Money. Welcome to the project. If it's TDP, you can bet it's must-see TV. Real talk, having real talks with the TBE. The best ever, letting me be me. We be always busy and they hate that. They gotta see Miggy in his Maybach. Hater couldn't hit me till they listen to a playback. What I owe you, cause like really this the payback. No Diddy, take that. See in profit, we could pop it till it's over. See the vision can't be cropped unless I'm chopping it through Nova. Kato jumping in and out of pocket like a soldier. Cause like really to touch every single topic is a project. Let me show you. Up to something like my hand on a cannon. Push a button like I'm Lando or Landon. Climbing up the charts, how you smart but you can't understand it. You will never see us famished, so vanish, for real. Welcome to the project.
First things first, we were supposed to do this interview before. Yeah, and I was excited to do the interview, and I'm waiting to do the interview, and I'm like, yo, you pulling up? And he's like, oh yeah, about that. You know what I mean?
I forgot what the hell happened, man,
But you got this rapid rise to stardom right now. You're in the limelight. You got a fight coming up. I mean, we got Tiger Johnson in the building.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? We got Kato in the building. What's up, Kato? How you feeling?
What's happening, Danza? Welcome back.
It's fight night. We have a fighter with a fighter. You know what I mean? It's kind of dope. I like. I think I like the shift that we've done into the boxing lane. Not like we haven't been doing the interviews, but it got me into training.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? I just love this shit, and I'm losing mad weight. I feel motherfucking good. God damn it!
Shout out to that.
But I'm not at the level where I could go clean people like you've been cleaning them, man. How you feeling today?
So I'm straight, man. You know, thanks for having me.
Hell yeah.
Sir.
You know, before Team USA, you know, before the Olympics, before the storied career that you're embarking on now, you were just a kid from Cleveland.
Yeah.
You know, we seen the storylines of the LeBron James, right? You know, the kid from Cleveland. But well, he's from Akron. Yeah. But I mean, that's what we.
But you know, a lot of people don't know that Akron is down the street from Cleveland. Like, it's 30-minute drive. Depending on like what part of Cleveland you in, like it take like 20, 30 minutes.
But take us back there, right? You're a kid from Cleveland, selling candy.
Yeah, I told you that.
I do research.
Nardwuar over here, Nardwuar.
to fund your career.
Yeah, for sure.
So talk to us about that kid from Cleveland. Man,
you know, always had both parents in my life. You know, I feel like I come from pretty much, you know, upbringing of like just like. You know, like, I mean, I can't really think of a term, but shit, we catch a hell, you know what I'm saying? So just unfortunate shit. Both parents, you know, they did what they could do, you know, raised us well, you know. I don't come from money, like we don't come from that. So.
Yeah,
right.
But how did you get to a point where you were like, I'm going to hustle?
So what happened
to fund
was
my career.
So what happened was I started boxing at age 7.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But right around like 9, 10 years old, I had missed this. I don't know if y'all know this tournament, but it's Silver Gloves. Y'all know Silver Gloves?
I know Golden Gloves. I ain't know Silver Gloves.
So Silver Gloves is from 8 to 15.
Okay.
But it's like, but for the kids, that's like the Olympics. Like Silver Gloves is like that's the tournament. You know what I'm saying?
How you start getting ranked.
And I made it to nationals. I won states and regionals, but I was the only kid that made it to nationals. So one night I was packing my clothes to go to nationals. That next morning, my dad was like, "You ain't going." You know what I mean? And I'm like, "Damn, why?" You feel me? And then he was like, "Well, you know, we ain't got the money to take you. You know, the coach. You know what I'm saying? You're the only kid in the gym like you was the only kid in the gym that made it to nationals, so you can't go to nationals, man." So I just broke down, just crying and everything. Like, man, like, what's the point of boxing, man? If I can't even go to no tournaments, and you gotta think, I'm a kid that don't go to tournaments. Like, I never had experience for like. I didn't start getting experience until I was damn near grown. You know what I mean? As far as like that
in tournaments,
yeah, like the elite,
like organized,
real,
like the elite experience. I didn't get that till I was damn near 18.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But
do you feel that hurt your journey not being in those because you're in front of?
No, I mean, because I'm here now. I mean,
word.
You know what I mean? So I feel like it was just all part of the plan, in my opinion. But and that was in those times, man, like I felt like I was wasting my damn time. But boxing was the only thing that I had. You know what I mean? So back to, you know, missing the nationals, I was probably like 9 or 10. You know, I just kind of like just broke down, man. Just like I was sick, man. And, you know, my dad was basically like, man, you know, stop all that crying, man. You know, it's, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you'll be all right, man. We'll figure something out. You'll go next year, or, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I mean.
Crying ain't gonna fix it.
Yeah. So, I pretty much just stormed in my room and shit. So that next morning, he woke me up like at 7 a.m, and he just had like, so one thing about my dad, he was a hustler. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, he was in the streets.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah. So he woke me up that next morning, and then he was like, man, get dressed, man, meet me in the car. So I get in the car, and then the back seat, it was just boxes of candy bars and cookies.
Come on.
And he was like, man, we about to, you know what I'm saying? We about to figure this shit out, and it's time for you to learn how to make some money or whatever.
Make something out of nothing.
So I just started, he taught me how to hustle, man. I was banging candies, cookies, water bottles, cotton candy. You know, my dad, he was selling food and stuff too. So like, you know, he man, he was selling clothes, food. Like, he was a hustler. You know what I mean?
Get how you live. You know what it is for a father, especially a hustler, to look you in the eyes and be like, son, we not going to Silver Gloves. He probably sat on his brain all night. He said, I'm waking his ass up early tomorrow.
But you know, it's funny though. My dad's so damn silly, but because like, so my dad, he came up fucked up. Like, so it was like, what, you know, what we complain about or whatever, like that's nothing to him. You know what I mean? So he'd just flat out tell you, yeah, you ain't going. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like no, like,
he ain't trying to let you down. Okay.
He was like, hey man, we ain't going, man.
Son.
Fuck it. Like type shit.
Nah, but are you a parent?
Nah.
Okay, so as a father, right, we might not care as much.
Yeah.
Because it's a different, like, whatever my son's gonna cry about, it's certainly not gonna be something I think he should be crying about.
Right,
when he starts
exactly.
crying, I'm gonna be like, come on, you could get over that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be able to explain that to him, but it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna go sit down when I go sit down for that 10 minutes or that hour and sit there and think like, damn, I don't want my son to feel that.
Yeah.
So you might not know it right now even, but that moment might have changed his life too.
Yeah. No, like with my dad, it was always kind of like hard love, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was basically like, you know, like me and my dad, we real close. You know what I mean? So like he's just like a, like, but I like till this day I've never seen my dad cry. Like he done lost brothers and uncles and stuff. I've never seen him cry, man. Like he done been through some shit in his life. You know what I mean? So I've never once, my 27 years of living, I've never seen him even look like he was about to cry. Like, you know what I mean? But
he's also from Cleveland.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I was banging candies and cookies, man. I was going to barbershops, beauty salons, going to the mall, like anywhere where he, like, we'd just be driving around. I'll go inside bars. Like I used to go inside places that I wasn't even allowed to go into. But like my dad, he'll walk me in. So in the beginning, how he taught me, basically, he would do the talking for me. Like, I have the box, and he'll go in, like, hey, you know, so he'd talk to the owner, like, let's say whoever the head person at the barbershop. He'd talk to that person, like, yo, my son, you know what I'm saying, it's all right if he can, you know, sell the cookies or whatever. You're doing a fundraiser for a boxing tournament, right? And then he'll do the talking for me. So basically just showing me how to do it. So it took me a little minute. I say it probably took me like I was a fast learner, man. It took me like a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like scared to talk to people. Like, I'm talking to grown people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it took me a couple of days. But then, like, after that, man, like, I was just going inside anywhere, man. Like,
no more stage fright.
Yeah, like, I was going inside anywhere, man. I was even getting kicked out of places. You know what I mean? Like, no, you can't. Like, people was being mean to me. Like, man, you can't come in here with that. You can't do that here, man. Or whatever. You got to go or whatever. Like, and, you know, people was being mean to me. So, like, I had to learn. That right there taught me to how to communicate. Like, basically, it helped me, like damn, ain't nobody gonna patronize me because I'm a kid. You feel me? Like, these, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Speak
like,
up.
yeah, you feel me? Yeah, so It was like it used to be like some long nights, man. Like we won't go home till like 1 a.m. But my favorite places I used to like selling was the bars, man, because everybody was drunk.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody
with the chain.
How much for the whole box?
Everybody was drunk. The moment I'm telling them I'm a boxer, what? Do a little demonstration. Man, give me the whole box, man. Fuck it. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
And then sometimes like people used to give like donations, like they'd like hand me like $5. And be like, man, just keep it, whatever. Or like you eat them or whatever. But I used to just resell them. Like shit, I'm taking these tips. You know what I mean? I used to take it, man, as much money as I could get, man, for these tournaments. Like so, like whether if I had to get like a new pair of boxing shoes, some gloves, or whatever that I needed. You know what I'm saying? Some school clothes, whatever. You know what I mean? Like this was like my way to like, you know, get some money in my pocket. Whether if I want to buy a video game or whatever. So like, that's one thing that's like, I could always take with me forever. Like he taught me how to make some money. You know what I mean?
Taught
like,
you how to hustle. I teach you how to stunt.
Yeah. So from there, I was doing that from like 9 to like 14, probably like 14, 15, and I kind of like just just died down or whatever. I just stopped doing it. But I was like back and forth boxing, man. I quit a lot of times, man. Like as I got older,
quit boxing.
Yeah, like I quit. Like a lot of people don't know. Like I used like a lot of shit, man.
Was it money, financial reasons that you were quitting?
Man, it was everything for real. Like we wasn't going to no tournaments that we needed to go to. Shit not going good at home. Like we struggling at home. I wasn't that good in school. You know what I'm saying? So it was like all of that combined. You feel me? And it's like, man, like I used to be like back. It was like a point where I used to be like back and forth with boxing, man. Like we like how we came up. We was like regional fighters. Like we wasn't like national fighters for real. Like,
and that's what I was asking, because you're talking about the
like
silver gloves, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying how you missed it.
Yeah.
And I believe that at those events, you probably got a lot of scouts, a lot of people looking
like
for
that,
talent. Do you think missing that early on caused that to be more of a difficult road for you, for the people to find you early on?
Yeah, for sure. Because we couldn't go. Like you gotta think, Silver Gloves Nationals is where you gonna see Ryan Garcia. Is where you gonna see, you know what I'm saying? The Devin Haney's, the Tank Davis, the fucking,
Shakur
Stevenson's, Shushu Kane. Like that's where you gonna Keyshawn Davis. That going to nationals, that's where you gonna get the work and the experience. You feel me? So I didn't get that until I was like 17. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
you didn't take the normal journey.
No, like
and even when it comes to what we know in boxing, right? Like for any outsider or casual, right? A lot of people like talking shit about the casuals. I like being at the Berlanga Zuffa boxing signing to hear Max Kellerman speak. Casuals are needed, right? For most people that are on the outside looking in, we see a lot of boxers, and the boxers come in with their fathers. You know what I mean? So it's like funded somehow through that way. We didn't see that with your journey. We're not hearing that. We're hearing somebody that was trying to fund their own career. It's not going to be the same journey. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And it was tough though, man, because it's like I went to ringside twice, and that was because my homeboy Ace, shout out to him and his pops, man, Ace Vega. They, we from the same city. One day, so they dad, it was pretty much the same shit. Like they dad was kind of like the one taking them everywhere, going to all the. So Ace was going to all the tournaments that I couldn't go to. You know what I mean? Going to all the junior nationals, all the extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we used to just be staying home watching everybody on the screen. You know what I mean? Watching everybody. So
FOMO.
Yeah.
Serious.
So they was getting ready to go to ringside. So me and Ace were sparring partners. You know what I mean? Like we even fought 5-6 times as kids. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, he hit a growth spurt. Like he was way bigger than me. But we were sparring partners at this point. And they came to the gym, and his dad was like, "Man, you going to ringside this year? Like, man, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, come, like, you know what I'm saying? That'd be a good experience, and you get that work or whatever." And I'm just like, "Man, nah, man, we ain't going nowhere this year." You know what I mean? Or whatever. And I'm like, "Man, you know, they, you know, we ain't going. And then he was like, for real? He like, man, shit, just come with us then. You know what I mean? Or whatever. So I'm like, for real? So he was like, man, you know, just tell your dad, like, you know, shoot me some cheese, like, for gas money or whatever. Because we drove out there. It was Kansas City. So he was like, man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't even...
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, you know what I'm saying? But you always welcome to ride with us. I'm like, what? So I told my dad and, shit, candy, cookies, all of that, man. That's how we raised the money. So that was like my first time going somewhere like Kansas City. Like, that was like really my first time, like really leaving.
Stepping out of
Yeah, like really leaving,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And ringside, it's not considered a national tournament, but it's really a national tournament. It just don't count in the rankings. But
Yeah, step up. From
everybody's there.
Yeah, and that's the most important part is the visuals.
Yeah, everybody's there. So I went there my first time, got a belt, won. Then we went again. We went again. I went with Ace again that next year. Won that bitch again. So you know what I'm saying. And then from there, you know, shit just slowed down again. Didn't get a chance to go to no more ring size, nothing like that. So I got a chance.
Were you not getting the opportunity to go based on invitations?
So Ace was like on and off with boxing. So now we teenagers. Yeah. So at this point, you know, a lot of times when you're a teenager, you know, shit be going on. You know, sometimes it kind of like you be on and off with it. So for whatever reason, I don't really know, but you know, he kind of wasn't really training no more. You know what I mean? He was like taking breaks here and there. So now it's like, I don't, you know, ain't nobody else
I'm supposed to get.
Yeah, you feel me? So we were just kind of like, we were just fucked. So
shout out to Ace's pop for lending that hand.
Yeah,
saying,
for sure.
Hey,
like,
bro, come on.
Yeah, no, they like family too, man. So it's like, I was already comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, man, I'm about to take a trip with my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we about to go to ringside. So it was cool. But
those little moments where somebody realizes like maybe I don't got it right now, but they still like, come on, man, we gonna get you some shoes today.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't got no gloves? We gonna get you some gloves today.
Yeah,
like, them be the moments.
For sure came clutch, man. So big shout out, man. But so now me and my boy L, that's the one I told you about. That was supposed to come here with me. So me and my boy,
You say he's like a DJ.
Yeah, DJ now. Yeah, but me and him, like, that's like, you know, my childhood best friend. So me and him, we made it to Silver Gulf Nationals this year. So this year, this like 2012, 2013. So I'm like 14, and we was able to go to Nationals. We drove out there. So this is my first Silver Glove Nationals. You know what I mean? We get out there. And it's funny, man, because leading up to Nationals, we had like a calendar. Like, we was so geeked. Like, we was just so like happy. Like, we like, man, what? We about to go to Nationals? Like, about damn time, you feel me? So we was just like counting down the days, man, going to Nationals. And then the thing is, so this was like all or nothing, because we know ain't no telling when we coming back to this shit. You feel me? Ain't no telling. Like, so a lot of shit used to be like all or nothing for us, because ain't no telling when we coming back.
Right.
So
it was getting hard just to get to this one.
Yeah. So we took this. We went crazy in the gym. We get there. You know, I lost in the semis to Danny Gonzalez. You know, rest in peace. You know, he passed away. But and the crazy part was he was one of the ones. He was on the USA team with Shakur and stuff. Like, he was one of the ones. But I lost in the semis to Danny, and then L, he lost to Brandon Lee.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But after that, we ain't even no more tournaments. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't no more nationals, nothing like that. So then fast forward to 2014, I won JOs. So we got lucky. Me and my boy Eric, we made the JO national team. Well, for Cleveland, we won. Me and him was the only ones from Cleveland that made it to nationals, and it got funded by Lake Erie. It was like a Lake Erie,
like a sports.
Yeah, it was like a Lake Erie,
a youth athletic league.
Yeah, like some shit like that, and they paid for it. So we drove down to West Virginia, which was like a 4 or 5 hour drive.
Oh yeah. Nice
I
little
won.
drive.
Yep, I won JO Nationals, so I became a national champion.
Wow.
That was my first time becoming a national champion. I was 15.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so that was the very first time I became a national champion, winning JOs. After that, I ain't see nationals again until 2016, and I was already 17, going on 18, and that's when I lost to Ryan Garcia in the semis. But like right before that, I'm a high school dropout, so I dropped out of school like 2015. You know, I'm class of 2016. So before, you know, the fight with Ryan, you know, I was like barely boxing. Like I wasn't really in the gym for real. But my boys from Columbus, you know, Ronnell Johnson, like him and his pops, I got an invitation again. You know what I mean? They was going, and I didn't, you know, I didn't have a way there or whatever. And they was just like, man, just come with us, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You good money or whatever.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, so I'm like, hell yeah. So then I had to come up with the money again. So me and my dad, man, we grinded, man. We came up with the money.
You didn't sell candy and cookies anymore, did you?
Nah, you know, we was man, hey.
We did what we had to do.
But yeah, we came up with the money, man, and we get the nationals. So my mom, she didn't even want me to go because I'm not in school. I dropped out. You know, she was mad at me. You know what I mean? Which is, you know,
of course,
normal. But she didn't even want me to go. But the nationals was that January of 2016. So she was like, man, you need to be trying to get back in school and, you know, and stuff. And I'm just like, Mom, but if I at least make the youth team, I'll at least be able to start the year off right, doing something good, you know what I mean? So, you know, my dad begged her and, you know, she let me go. So I'm banking on this tournament. I'm like, I gotta win this tournament, man. You feel me? Like, I gotta win this tournament, man. I can't come home without winning. So I get the nationals. I'm stepping on shit. Like, I'm dropping shit. Like, it was crazy. Like, I'm making crazy noise. And like everybody looking at me because I'm like, I'm pretty much the new kid for real. Like, nobody really know me. You know what I mean? Like, everybody like, damn, like, who this dude? You feel me? Yeah, so semis come. I already knew who Ryan was, you know what I mean? Because he was already like a multinational champion, you know what I mean? Like, he was already, we be 17, so he already done won silver gloves and you know what I'm saying? So I knew he was the one in my weight that I got to beat, you know what I mean? So we had a good fight. You know, he beat me in the semis. After that, I come home, you know, I had to quit boxing. I had to get a job. You know, shit was bad. Like, I came home, we ain't even have heat. Like, we went that winter without no heat or nothing. Like, we was,
damn, the whole winter?
Man, we had a little heater in the living room. You know what I mean? You know, I was
because it's cold out there.
The ones you plug in?
Yeah, you got to plug it in, throw the heater on. It take like 10 minutes for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to think, I'm from Cleveland, man, so we got one of the worst winters.
That's what I'm saying, the Lake Erie.
Yeah, so it's
I'm
bad.
right around there, I get that same snow.
Yeah, man, so, you know, I said, man, fuck boxing. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, my mind, I'm trying to get back in school. Like, in my mind, I'm thinking I'm fucked up. Like, I'm thinking I done fucked my life up already. You know what I mean? I'm not graduating. I lost the tournament. You know, my mom is mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking that I already fucked my life up before I even turned 18. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so young.
Yeah, so I'm just all over the place, man. I'm like, damn, man, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm really like, you know, like when you grown and you kind of like, you trying to figure shit out. I'm 17, man, sitting here like, man, what the fuck am I going to do with my life?
Because at that age, for men, we do feel like we're grown. Yeah. Until you look back in hindsight and you were like, nah, I was just a young buck trying to figure it out, but not the way you felt in them shoes at that time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because now you're trying to impress some female that's out there that you're trying to impress, and you're trying to look right.
But you know, the crazy part was, like, with me, I didn't care for girls and nothing, man. Like, I had crushes and stuff, but in my mind, I'm like,
what am I doing with my life?
I can't talk to this girl just so she can laugh at me. You know,
That's what I'm saying. You weren't really at the space yet to be able to do that.
I never had like the cool clothes and stuff like that. So I used to just stay to myself and just try to focus on boxing. You know, I missed out. I literally like used to like turn girls down. Like, a girl used to ask me, like, they used to ask me to go to homecoming with them. I used to be like, man, nah, because I know I'm not gonna be able to get no nice suit. Man. Yeah, like, I know I'm not.
She's gonna see you at the corner store selling candies for the suit,
looking crazy as hell. You feel me? So
here's some Sour Patch
I'm just
Kids.
like, man, I ain't about to set myself up for this shit, man. Like, all my friends, they be like, man, come to this party with us. Nah, I'm cool. Like, I ain't about to set myself up for failure. You feel me? So. So then I started thinking about going pro and shit that year. Like, after I lost the run, I'm like, man, I'm either gonna go pro or I gotta do something, man. Like, something gotta shake. You feel me? I gotta go back to something. You know what I mean? I didn't really know what to do. But, you know, people was like, man, nah. Like, a lot of my OGs was like, nah, you know, you don't want to go pro yet, man. You still young, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they, you know, a lot of people talked me out of not going pro and stuff. So fast forward to like March like March or April, my coach was like, yo, Cleveland Golden Gloves is coming up. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, I know you ain't really in the right headspace or whatever, but at least if you win these Golden Gloves, you know, go to Golden Gloves Nationals, at least you'll get discovered, you know, it'd be managers, it'd be people looking at Golden Gloves, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, give it a try. So I'm like, all right, bet. Get back in the gym, work my ass off. Win Cleveland Golden Gloves, they don't take us to Nationals because they ain't got the money. So I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
So Cleveland doesn't have the money.
Yeah, so when you win, Golden Gloves Nationals, they go by team cities. So like they got Team Cincinnati, Team Cleveland, Team New York, Team Philly. So they go by that. So Cleveland, the team Cleveland did not have the money to take us to Nationals. So everybody that won in Cleveland missed out on Nationals. And then it was like, well, if you try to go to another team or whatever, you're going to get suspended.
I bet they took all the tax money that they were getting, though.
Man, we don't know what the hell happened. Because that's never happened in history. So I'm thinking in my mind, like, man, I got the worst luck in the fucking world. Because when it's my time to go, now y'all ain't got the money.
Now we don't got no money.
Yeah, because that's never happened. You feel me? So now I'm feeling like I just got the worst luck ever. You know what I mean? Like, nothing is going right. So then I quit boxing again. I'm like, man,
damn.
I quit boxing again after that. I'm like, man, fuck this shit, man. So, you know, I was pretty much in limbo from like April to like May, and I'm watching. I'm in group chats with my friends from school. They don't even know I dropped out. I was so embarrassed. I've been dropped out for like a whole year. You know what I mean? I'm so embarrassed. They sending their caps and gowns and shit or whatever. And I'm just like, damn, now I'm feeling like a dumbass. You feel me?
Yeah.
Watching my friends graduate and shit. So I'm just like, damn, man, my life is screwed. You know what I mean? So I already don't come from money. So it ain't like I got something to...
I'll just go work for my dad.
Yeah, you feel me? So I'm just like, man, I'm fucked. So...
But that still got you to a space where you win over 95% of 200 amateur fights, 200 plus amateur fights. So,
but you got to think, a lot of those amateur fights was going from Cleveland to Akron every weekend.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't
Fighting
matter.
the same
There's
person
something
6-7 times.
So you're talking about a guy that kept quitting, a guy that keeps quitting but still tallies up 200 fights.
Yeah, I mean, because even though I was back and forth doing that, it's like boxing was still like the only shit that I had. So like I'll probably quit for like a couple months and then I'll come back.
That's what I'm saying. Your version of quitting was still pretty disciplined compared to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because a lot of us quit and we quit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I'm gonna be good at football. I ain't going back. You know what I mean? So like you actually still throughout all that quitting remained pretty disciplined.
It's because for it's like when the times that I quit. I'm at home. I'm at home more because like a lot of that. Half of that day I'm at the gym. So it's like, man, I just get tired. Every time I just get tired of just seeing my parents go through the shit they was going through, man. Yeah. Like it's been times where I'll be sitting there playing the game and then the TV will just turn off. Oh, not like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was shit like that going on.
Like I gotta get up and do something.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man.
So when you were quitting, right? In that period of time, were you still training or you were just not boxing at all?
I wasn't boxing.
So when you got back into the ring, you was already just spanking everybody off rip or you had to like train a little bit and get back into that zone?
No, I was back training, man, but see, like with me, I always had natural talent. Like I was always a fast learner. You know what I mean?
Get it back
I just
quick.
didn't really have the experience like a lot of the national fighters did, but I always had natural talent, so whether if I ever lost a tournament, it was never first day. Like I made it to the semis at least. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, like April to like May, I was in limbo. My coach called me. It was like, "Yo, man, we going to Dallas." So I'm like, "What? Since when?" I'm like, "Man, we going to Dallas?" And I'm like, "Man, like we don't go nowhere." You feel me? So I'm like, "Yeah, man, we going to Dallas, man. We got the it's getting funded." So I'm like, damn, get the fuck out of here. So I'm like, I'm definitely not about to miss going to Texas. You know what I'm saying? We don't go nowhere. You feel me?
Never been that far south.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, what? We going to Dallas? So the JOs, they added 17 and 18, which is youth. So they added that to the Junior Olympics. So I'm like, hell yeah. So I'm like, man, I came back to the gym for a couple weeks, trained my ass off. My original weight was 132. But I couldn't go in at 32 because it was too late. The shit was full. So I had to move up to 141. where everybody was like big as shit compared to me. So we get to Dallas, I'm smoking everybody. I lose in the finals to Brandon Pizarro. And like the crazy part was like I ain't never cared. Like I was just so happy that me in Dallas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
fuck it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, fuck it, is what it is. So after that, I quit again. So look,
Damn.
I quit again.
Kind of motivational story.
So look, I came home. So now it's June. That tournament was in June. So I came home. I quit again, man. So now my dad, he hooked me up. He had a little connection. He knew this chick that she was like a manager for. Basically, I was doing banquets for hotels. So I was working under the table because I was under 18. So I was basically like a busboy. So I was setting up the wine glasses, the champagne, bringing out the food. I was a busboy and shit. So I was doing that. I was doing that all the way until like September. So that year, they USA Boxing, that's the Olympics. They went to Rio that year. So when they came back, I just get a random email and was like, I got selected as a number 3 replacement to go to Youth Worlds. That's gonna be in Russia. So that's so that's the tournament that I lost to Ryan. So the tournament I lost to Ryan that January is to make the youth team, the USA team. So,
but they still selected you to go.
Yeah, because what happened was Ryan and the number 2 turned pro. So they called me in as a number 3 and was like, you got selected to go to Colorado, train, then go to Youth Worlds, and that's in Russia. So I'm like, what? So the number 1 and the 2 turned pro at the same time that summer.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn. So they was like, man.
So a whole lot of more shit got sold.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. So they was like, man, you got to have a passport. So I'm like, fuck.
You don't even have it.
Yeah, so I'm like, damn, I ain't got no, like, I told my mom, and she was like, man, hell no. I mean, you need to be trying to get back in school and and shit. So I'm like, damn. So, and I'm like, damn, mom. I'm like, man, like, they taking us to Russia or whatever. And she was like, she like, man, how you gonna go? You ain't got no passport. And I'm like, well, shit, can we, you know what I'm saying? She was like, man, I ain't got no money for no passport. So I'm like, damn. So, she didn't even want me to go. My dad begged her to let me go or whatever. She like, man, let the boy go, man. Like, he ain't got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Just see, whatever. Yeah. So she let me go or whatever. And it's the crazy part, right? Me and my dad trying to figure something out how to get the money for the passport.
Yeah, you got to throw that Young Jeezy on right there.
Dude, this the crazy part. My mom came in that next morning and handed me the money to get my passport.
Oh, wow. Shout out to mom.
And she won it at the casino. She won the. She went to the casino and hit the slot machine and won some money. He came in, handed me the money, man. I was like, go get your passport. So I'm like, damn. So I looked at my dad. We got up and went straight to the library. Did the passport shit, took my picture.
A
couple weeks later, they sent me to Colorado. Like, I ain't had no boxing clothes, bro. I was training in Kyrie's. Like, my boxing shoes was Kyrie's. I swear to God. But yeah, I was training in Kyrie's. Like, I ain't had no boxing clothes. I ain't had no hand wraps. My mouthpiece, like when I got there, I'm on a team with like Mark Castro, Richard Torres, Dylan Price. I'm on a team with like these is like multinational champions. Like these one of them ones, like, you know what I mean? So they got custom mouthpieces and they got, the nice training equipment and shit. They got the Manny Pacquiao shoes and shit. So I'm like, I'm out there looking crazy as shit. I'm training at Kyrie's, some basketball shorts, like. I'm out there looking crazy as hell, man.
Knocking shit down, though.
That builds character.
And look, though,
because,
my mouth guard was like the Walmart version, like where you gotta boil it. It was all chewed up and ripped up and shit.
Ends be flayed out.
Too many uses.
Yeah, so look, I'm sparring, right? I'm sparring, and I'm out there, I'm sparring and shit, and Coach K, he took the mouthpiece out to give me some water, and he was like, man, what the hell happened to your mouthpiece? He was like, man, what you do to your mouthpiece, man? He was like, boy? He was like, man, we gotta get you a new one, man, or whatever. I'm just like, hey, man, it's the only one I got, or whatever. But it was crazy, man, because like while I was there, I was like the number 3. So like that was like my nickname. Like I was like, yeah, that he the number 3, like type of thing. It was like kind of like that or whatever. So I'm like, damn, man, like it was a crazy feeling being out there because it's like making the USA team was like a dream since a kid. You know what I mean? So it was like I'm finally here, but it's like, damn, I didn't win to get here. So it was kind of like a lot of mixed emotions. You know what I mean? It's
little,
like, damn,
a little conflicted.
Yeah, it was kind of like it was exciting but awkward at the same time. You know what I mean?
You sound I was about to say you've always mentioned imposter syndrome. You've mentioned that a hell of a lot of times, and I feel like that's something that you really were facing with throughout your career. I don't think if somebody, when I walk away from this, one of the first things I'm going to think about is the I quit. I don't think you were quitting. I think you really did have that imposter syndrome. Like, that's imposter syndrome is feeling like you don't deserve it. You didn't deserve being there, even though you've said multiple times that you were naturally talented to that point where you felt like you also probably didn't feel like you belonged in that store early on, but it only took you a couple days to figure it out. You know what I mean? To start selling that candy in the bar, in the store, wherever you were at, right? Yeah. I think that quitting was just those moments. You were really just taking a short break. You know what I mean? But
I feel
mentally you probably clocked out in that moment. You know what I mean? And it's that. But you sound like when most people look at the journey, if you never said you quit, right? If you never said that, they're gonna look at the stats. They're gonna be like over 200 fights, won over 95% of them. He ended up turning pro, whooping ass, turning pro, goes undefeated. You know what I mean? They're gonna see that, and they're gonna be like, "This kid ain't never quit." So I think that when you say it, you're the one that lived through that life. It's like when we look in the mirror every single day. Yeah. We wake up and we look in that mirror, and sometimes we feel like, you know what? I do this shit with this.
Yeah. We see
with
what
this podcast and shit. Like, am I really like these guys? You know what I mean? Your Joe Rogans, your Joe Budden, you know what I mean? Like all the platforms that are out there that are making multi-million dollar deals often. Do I feel like I belong in that? That's something that even I deal with. You know what I mean? I felt like you were dealing with that in your own way, coming up from the way that you got brought up. You got brought up. Like you're a hustler early on. I think at the end of the day, what you ultimately wanted, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but you just wanted to get away out of poverty.
Yeah, that was always like my main focus. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I hated that shit, man. Like just being poor, that shit is not it, man. Like
I don't feel good.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? It's a common thing. You feel me? And it's like that shit ain't it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the times where I took a break.
Yeah,
the times that I took breaks.
Thank you, because I really, I'm like, I don't like hearing people talking about quitting.
Yeah,
that's a good flip.
Are you serious? Yeah, like it was mainly like just cause like just too much unfortunate shit happening, and in those times I'm like, man, like we got the worst luck ever, man. Like that's how I'm looking. Like you gotta think, man, like as a kid, me and my dad, we barely could keep a car. Like we was getting cars, like we would go winners without a whip. So it was times where my dad me and him would catch the bus in blizzards to go to the gym. I swear to God, like, it was crazy. Like
treacherous.
And like for people that's from Cleveland, like I'm catching the bus from Euclid all the way to 59th on Huff, which is, man, that's a far ass.
It's a little journey.
Yeah, that's a far ass ride. You know what I'm saying?
Some groceries. And
but it ain't never happened. Now, remember, if they ain't from there, they don't understand it. Benny the Butcher spoke on how he was hustling on the corners through blizzards, and people don't understand what it's like to be outside there. They were like, yo, that ain't never happened. You mean that there people are putting like videos up of blizzards and saying nobody ever went through that? They just never lived in those areas. Man, sometimes you got to get it.
Come on,
in the middle of the motherfucking blizzard,
we had the bus stop freezing, waiting on this bus to take me to the gym, and then gotta catch one back. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, So fast forward back to the youth shit, and mind you, I was banking on that tournament that I lost, that I fought Ryan. I wanted to kill that man. When I lost, you feel me? Like I was mad as shit. Like I'm like, man, I want to kill this nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause like
it's personal.
You feel me? Cause like that was my chance to make the year right. You feel me? So it was like all or nothing. It wasn't really like I wouldn't say it wasn't personal. I was just taking my anger out because I lost the tournament. You feel me? But I was mad as shit, man. You feel me? But yeah, man, we in Colorado, and the head director, the USA director, he told us to go to the gym or whatever, and it was like duffel bags and book bags with everybody's name on it. So I get there, and like I damn near wanted to shed a tear, like type shit. Like it was a duffel bag, like USA gear. That had my name on it. It was boxing shoes, uniforms, training clothes.
Yeah, they ain't letting you walk in that ring with no Kyries.
Look. I was gonna have to borrow one of my teammates. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it was crazy, man. And then he was talking to me, and I'm just like, you got so like Richard and Mark and them, they been on the team like 2 or 3 times before, so that was like.
They're used to it.
Yeah, they was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm sitting there and I'm like,
stuck.
I'm really looking at this shit like, damn, you feel me? And then Matt Johnson, he was the director. He was like, man, how you feeling, man? And I was like, man, I'm getting that gold medal. Now I was like, I don't know if he thought I was for real or like serious or not, but like, I'm the number 3. You feel me? So I don't think he probably took me serious, but I'm like, man, I'm getting that gold medal. Like, I'm like, I gotta come back.
That's what I'm here for.
We get to Russia. So now they going over the brackets, the everybody weights and stuff. Everybody had like some lemons for their first fight, like some warm ups, right? Soon as he got to my weight, he like, Tiger, you got Cuba first night. Everybody was like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you just hear a pin drop, and I'm just like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
I think for them, you were the warm up, or so they thought.
Man, but you gotta think, I didn't have no rank or nothing like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they put you in a position where you were the underdog.
So my bracket, they shitted on me.
Yeah.
Like I had straight number 1s in my bracket, like the straight top ranked people in the world in my bracket. So I fought Cuba first night, smoked him. Next night, Ukraine. Next night, Japan. Next night, Uzbekistan. Like I was like, it was like
killers.
No, my gold medal fight. I fought the reigning champion from the year before. And I got a gold medal and shit, man. It was crazy, man, because it was like, man,
that shit had to feel magic.
But you know what's crazy? That shit felt like a dream, man. And I was out there. My phone was turned off, so I only had 2 songs. So I didn't know that you got to download all the music on like you got to download the music on Apple Music.
So you can listen to it.
Yeah, so I could listen to it like overseas. So I only had 2 songs that was downloaded, man. That got me through the whole shit.
What songs?
Man, this shit crazy. Beanie Siegel, Feel It in the Air, and then Sean Paul, Temperature.
That's a massive mix.
That's a good vibe.
Yeah, that's one all the way over here, one all the way over here.
I'm going to sleep every night listening to the two
Get up. Somebody say.
So I'm warming up. Like them was the only 2 songs I had. So yeah, man, I got that gold medal, man, and I'm just standing on the podium, man. They doing the national anthem and shit, and I'm just standing there like in shock, like. Damn, like what a year. You gotta think this November or that. Imagine all the shit I just said, and now we in November. So I'm just standing like, damn, this was a long ass year, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm just thinking in my head, like, you gotta think, man, like everybody had me losing first night. They was like, oh man, he don't got no experience, man. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, man, I ain't got shit to lose, man. I'm about to go out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm standing on the podium and shit, and I'm just like emotionless, man. I'm just standing there like
surreal.
Yeah.
And at this time, sorry to intervene, but you're the 4th straight, I believe, boxer out of Cleveland that made Team USA.
Yeah.
What is it about Cleveland that you feel that brings out this talent?
I feel like the Midwest, man. We just the ones in boxing, in my opinion, man. And Cleveland, like Cleveland in specific, like we just one of them cities, man, where like it's always gonna be somebody from Cleveland, man, that's gonna be one of them ones, man. So my
Did you know at the time that you were the 4th straight?
When I went to the Olympics?
Yeah. So did that give
everybody that went to the Olympics from Cleveland, I came up under. Like Raynell Williams went 08. Me and him was teammates.
And what were their finishes?
He lost in the quarterfinals, I think. He went to 08 in Beijing. So he was the one that made my Olympic dream. Like he was the one that I want to do what he did. You know what I mean? Like after seeing him go, I was like, I want to go.
Yeah.
So that's how my Olympic dream became a thing. Then 2012 was Terrell Goucher. He lost in the quarters too, I think. And then 2016 was Charles Conwell's. Me and him was teammates. He didn't get a chance to medal. And then I was that next one for 2020. Well, 2021. But yeah, so I come home from
So you said none of them won the gold?
no, nobody medal. No.
Did that make you?
I think if I'm not mistaken, I might have been the closest one to medaling because I lost right before the medal runs. You know what I mean? But then Morel McCain, she went in 2024. She from Cleveland.
Okay.
But yeah, man. After the whole ceremony, the medal ceremony, I get backstage and shit, and you know, me and Mark Castro won. We both got gold medals before that night. So I'm sitting next to him. And he was like, "Damn, man, like, man, smile, man," or like, you know what I mean, like you just like you number one in the world, dude.
Yeah,
like,
word.
You know
Enjoy
what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn, I am happy. You know what I'm saying? But I probably wasn't really. I was just in shock for real. I'm just like, damn, like I
If y'all only knew
what
it took.
I won this shit. You feel me? And it's like that's crazy. But
And then you went back home and quit.
no. So what happened was, we get to the we touched back in the States. We had a layover in Jersey, and me and Coach K, his gate was like next to mine. So I'm talking to him. He was like, "Man, what you gonna do, man, or whatever?" Like, he like, "Man, you know, Nationals in 2 weeks now. So now Nationals it's in December now. It's not in January no more. So now I'm the next stage for me is fighting the elites, which is 19 and older. I'm 18, but that next stage is the 19 through 40 or some shit. So he was like, man, you know, in 2 weeks, man, you know, Nationals coming up, man. Like, you should go, man. You know, if you make the team, you get a stipend every month. You get paid. I'm like, I get paid if I make the team. And he was like, yeah, you'll get paid and shit. Like, you get paid a stipend or whatever. I'm like, what? Hell yeah, because my plan was to go home and try to get back to school. You know what I mean? So I came home and you know, my mom, my dad, everybody was happy and shit. And then she was like, so what we gonna do about school or whatever? And I'm like, man, I just found out if I go to Nationals in a couple of weeks, I win these Nationals and I make the team, I get a stipend every month and I'll be able to help you out with, you know, I'll be able to help out, you know what I'm saying, with bills or whatever. And like that, she was like, well, shit, you better go win then, you know what I mean? So, man, I went there, man, won that shit. I had 5 tough ass fights, man. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And I was pretty much like the baby. Everybody else was older than me. You know what I mean? So I had to fight my ass off, man. Won Nationals, man. Then that next month, that was pretty much the journey, man. That was my Olympic run right there. You know, we go to Colorado that January 2017. Now I still ain't got like no clothes and nothing like that. You feel me? Like we ain't get the stipends and shit yet. We in January, and we in Colorado, and we all just chilling or whatever. And I think you know, Duke Reagan, he came in the room and was like, man, let's go to the mall real quick or whatever. I'm like, man, shit, man, I ain't got no money or whatever. He was like, man, we just got paid, man. Check your shit. I check my shit, right? I'm like,
let's go to the mall.
I'm like,
then.
oh shit. So we go to the mall.
What type of money was that like?
Man, they gave me $1,500.
Oh,
so
yeah, $1,500 when you're
so you got to think,
yeah.
I'm 18. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm like, I just got
make that stretch.
Yeah, they just gave me $1,500. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, man, hell yeah, we to the mall. So, man, like, it was crazy, man. Like, I was able to go to Foot Locker and see a pair of shoes that I like and got them bitches. You know what I'm saying? I got the very first thing I bought was a pair of J's. I had bought some 11s. And that
10% of the money gone already.
That's it. That shit was crazy. I'm like, damn, I just bought me some J's. You feel me?
You never had the fly clothes.
Bought me a little fit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
no mouthpiece still.
No. Actually, USA Boxing, they provided. Yeah. But
that felt good though. That
man,
moment,
hell yeah, man. It
start
was
walking different.
It was crazy, man. So like when I was getting those stipends every month, man, like I was able to pay my phone bill. Beautiful. I was able to help my little brother. Like I was buying my little brother clothes.
Little
you know
things,
what I mean?
Man.
So it was like. It was crazy, man. So
you're changing the trajectory that the household is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if the lights or whatever is going on, like, I was able to at least help out some kind of way. You know what I mean?
Some groceries.
So it felt real good, man. Being able, I was barely home. Like, that whole year, like when you're on the USA team, like you barely home, man. Like I'll be gone for like 2-3 months, and I'll come home for like 2 weeks, man, and be back to Colorado. Like I damn near lived. It was like college. You know what I'm saying? So I was like buying clothes, and half the shit I couldn't even really wear. Like it was all at home, and I couldn't even really run. So now, me in the summertime, I got 20 pair of shoes that I didn't even get a chance to really wear for real. You feel me? But yeah, man, like it was crazy, man. So now, you know, we working on trying to go to 2020, man. And I'm getting all this experience, fighting overseas. I'm going to the Pan American Games and stuff like that. And you gotta think, I'm on a team with, you know, Troy Osley, Keyshawn Davis. I got a chance to spar Shakur a couple times. Got a chance to spar Crawford. Yeah, and it's like that was like the best work that I ever gotten. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like the best work I ever gotten.
Which is what you missed out earlier.
Yeah, so I'm playing catch up at that stage when they was doing that shit since they was kids. You know what I mean? So that was like real beneficial for me. So I'm learning from everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like the best work I'm getting, you feel me? And they was even saying like, man, damn, we ain't even know that you missed out on a lot of that shit. I'm like, hell yeah, you know what I mean? But I always had natural talent, so you would never know unless I tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, so we get to the Olympics. I fell short in the quarterfinals to Cuba. Then, you know, I get signed to Top Rank, man, and it was just like just a dream come true. And look, the whole time, my whole Olympic run, I'm living in the worst projects in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That whole time, I'm going like, we have a tournament in Germany, go home to the fucking projects. I was in Gorin Valley. You know what I mean? When you get looked at, man, look, when you get a chance to look that up, you're going to be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But I was going home to the worst projects in the city, man. Like, you feel me?
It's bittersweet.
Yeah.
The
like,
life you were just living, and then you come back home and it's like, damn.
It's times where I used to come home from the gym and one time it was a body by my window, literally a body right by my window, man. Like it was a bunch of people outside, ambulance everywhere, and it's like by my bedroom window, and I'm just like, man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And then
Did that give you the hunger to want to get the fuck up out of there?
Man, hell yeah, I was mad that I had to live there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you fight a lot as a kid? Because boxers usually can't keep them hands to themselves, you know?
That's a good question.
Yeah. As a kid, I used to fight. That's how I got into boxing.
Is that what got you into wanting to drop out of school too? Were you like a troublemaker?
No. That kind of happened like unintentionally. Like it just kind of like so much shit was going on at home. Like I never wanted to intentionally
hurt
drop
people.
out.
Yeah.
Drop out of school.
Okay.
Drop out of school. But I was fighting a lot. You know what I mean?
I feel like we missed that part of your story. So you were actually like getting into a lot of fights growing up?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to as a kid, I was like a real small kid for my age growing up. I hit a growth spurt like at 16. Like I was real small for my age. So in elementary, I'm going to school my school went from kindergarten to 8th grade.
Yep.
8th grade. So I'm catching the bus and going to school with older kids, you know what I mean? And like, you know, I wasn't taking no shit from nobody. So I'm fighting. I'm in 1st grade, find somebody that's in the 5th grade.
In the school bus.
Yeah, like I was fighting before school, during school, after school. Like I was always fighting. So when I turned 7, that's when my dad put me in boxing. You know what I mean? But
shout out to Pops.
Yeah,
So did boxing save your life?
Hell yeah, man. I ain't no telling, man, what I'd be. I don't know. I probably would have been in jail, man. Because I had a lot of friends that was into.
I mean, you definitely would have been hustling.
Yeah, I would have been in jail. I probably did something dumb to get caught up in jail. Like,
facts.
you know what I'm saying? Because I had friends that was out here. You know what I mean? And it's like I kind of like used to be like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I used to like stop myself from like going that route. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't do that, man.
Especially when they getting money and pulling up in whips and you like,
so it's like,
must be nice.
It's tempting. That's crazy that at that age you kept focused though. You know what I mean? Because it is tempting.
I got lucky that I had 2 parents that.
That's huge.
My dad, he done did all that or whatever. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So he was just like, man, like.
He was able to communicate.
Yeah,
with
he
you.
was able to like teach me at a young age, like, man, like.
Well, what's the age gap between you and your pops?
My dad, he 50, so
like a 20-something years?
Yeah, 22.
Shout out to Pops, man. I feel like he really kept you like into like focusing in the boxing and getting you out of the poverty.
Well, I think it started early, right? Like you got to think about.
I ain't mean to cut you off, but my older brother, he got autism.
Oh, okay, you got an older brother too.
Yeah, my older brother got autism,
Yeah.
and my little brother, he like 8 years younger than me, 8, 9
Middle
years younger.
child?
Hey, I'm the middle child.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of that stuff that we was going through, my little brother wasn't even alive to see this shit, or he was probably a baby. You know what I mean? So I was kind of like the oldest because my older brother had, he got autism.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
I was pretty much the oldest. So, so my dad was like real strict with me, like making sure like
You the one,
I
boy.
was disciplined and like not fucking up. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a lot at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Because like. Yeah, like
You had pops around.
Yeah.
I just shared a post today, and it's something that I speak about often, right? It's the statistics are real. I think I said it to you, Ron. When a father is around a child's life, that child has such a higher chance at
It's an advantage.
succeeding
That's
in
so
life.
true, bro.
And like you could just have mom, and the chances are pretty low.
Yeah.
You have mom and dad, chances are pretty high, right? If you take the mom out and just have the dad, the chances stay the same.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
chances of your child succeeding doesn't go down. It stays the same as if
Yeah.
it's having as having both parents around. And obviously it's important to have both parents around, right?
Yeah. Right.
But the thing is the father, the kids that end up being fit, they're usually with pops.
Yeah.
Right? Because your dad's gonna probably care about that for their child a little more. Daughter or son. That's what we got certain ways that we carry ourselves. The best thing about all of it is the communication.
Yeah.
Your dad taught you early on a lesson in life of learning how to hustle and make your own money.
Pick yourself
That
up.
moment right there for him and you might not be understood at that time, but that was the best form of communication. The way that you can listen to him and the way that he could speak to you grew from that very moment.
Yeah.
So he's always able to talk to you and keep you out of certain situations because another father is going to talk to you. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? My father could have talked to me about whatever. I wouldn't have given a fuck. We never had that level of communication. My big brother and my stepdad was that for me. My dad could have never told me shit that I would have really valued at that time of my life. You know what I mean? Even now, I might not register so well with it at 40. Like I might hear him, but I don't know if I'll really hear him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when your dad spoke to you early on, it looks like that carried.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though, man. He taught me a lot, man, at a young age, man. And I was able he was a main part of how I was able to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Even the times I was taking breaks, I was like still able to whenever I came back to boxing, I was still able to focus, you know what I mean? Because like I wasn't really I missed out, like even though like those breaks that I took, I missed out a lot of my childhood, man, because I sacrificed my whole life to boxing. I literally sacrificed my whole life to boxing. Like I missed out on so much shit, man. Like, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? It's like I missed out on going to school dances. I missed out on hanging out with my friends. You know, I missed out on a lot of shit,
Hanging
man.
out on the
You know what
And
I
that's
mean?
why I wasn't letting you get away with saying that quitting shit. Because listen, to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen to that journey and embrace it. You were him.
Yeah, like,
you knew you were him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just went through a different journey. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah.
You were really doing it.
I felt like with me, it was more so feeling like I had bad luck compared to like, cause you gotta think, man, like I'm missing out on tournaments and I'm watching the tournament on my phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn. And these same
Supposed to be
people
there.
is going every year. They staying consistent all year, going to all the top tournaments. You know what I'm saying? So it was more so just like, man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's like after a while, man, you turn 13, 14, you know what I'm saying? You become a teenager and it's just like, man, you just feel like you just missed out on everything. You know what I'm saying? Even in boxing. You know what I mean? Like I missed out on all the tournaments. You know what I'm saying? So
But being where you are now with the record that you have now, do you still feel like you're out of place, or do you
hell
feel
no.
more like
Yeah, I
okay,
don't
I'm where I'm
know.
hell
supposed
no.
to be
Because
now?
the thing is with me, I feel like that's what made me a better fighter.
That's
You know
what I'm saying.
'Cause
Is it-
all of that was going on made me hungrier. You know what I mean? Like it made
Right.
me more hungry because I'm like, man, I can't afford to go to tournaments. You know what I'm saying? I can't afford to really do anything.
So
You know
was
what
it
I'm saying?
really
So-
bad luck? I think
No,
that's
no.
a good. No,
No,
I'm saying
no,
like your
I
entire
ain't gonna-
journey with
yeah.
that shit that you saw. What do we say? Like, these are just blessings in disguise.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
What I was gonna say was, now that I look back, it's like, damn, I appreciate the shit that I was experiencing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate all of it. I wouldn't change nothing.
Yeah,
like,
it builds character for sure.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't change nothing, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Tears I done shed it, man.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I shedded too many tears, man. So all of that made me who I am today. You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
it's like,
that's a real thing too, because it's also like, man, if y'all knew what it took to get here,
Yeah.
and then to get there, it's like I didn't come here to play.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here to. I ain't fucking off. It's go time.
you gotta think too, like, I was like counted out I was counted out my whole life. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really have, like, I don't come from a big support system, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was counted out my whole life, but a lot of people just kind of was like, man, he gonna. You know, I was fighting a lot. I was getting suspended. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know, always getting suspended like every month or whatever. And like people like labeled me as like I'm gonna end up going to juvie or going to jail or whatever the hell, like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people just counted me out. So like it was just pretty much, man, like I always had like a chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, okay, I'm gonna show y'all like I could do something. You know what I mean? I used to be feeling like, man, I don't know when my time gonna come. You know what I mean? But it's gonna come one day. You know what I'm saying? And 2016, man, I'll never forget that day, man. I got that email. Whole life changed.
Change the trajectory forever. You said you wouldn't change nothing.
Nope.
Not even this two-tone hair with the bandana right there.
So I don't know why they chose that.
Yeah, he looked like Usher, Raymond, and Chris Brown together.
I don't know why they chose that picture. Man.
Is that your passport picture?
No. Okay. Nah, that was like 2020, man.
Yeah, you look like Usher, Raymond, and Chris Brown.
2020 was a weird time. It was COVID, so I get it.
Yeah, man. I don't know why they chose that picture, man, but it was crazy.
Where did Tiger come from?
Good question.
I was born with that name. When I was born, I had a birthmark that looked like a tiger stripe, so they just named me Tiger.
Fire.
Yeah, so I went my whole life being like Tiger is like me. Like it's not just a boxing name. Like,
Yeah.
It became my boxing name. You know, once I started boxing, you know what I mean? But with or without boxing, I'm Tiger. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think it's like a boxing name.
Yeah, like you just brought it up now.
Yeah, no. Like Tiger is me. You know what I mean? I was born with that name.
Right.
Like this is so vivid. Like I could see like your whole story being like in a movie, bro. Right?
Yeah, because he listen.
It's descriptive.
You made it very simple for this first portion of this interview. That we didn't have to ask much questions.
No,
you know what I mean? We
great.
asked about the journey and he answered about the journey without all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Some people, they'll be like, yeah, you know, 17 years old. It's like, oh, your shit started at 17? Like you ain't have no childhood? Shit, fuck it, run it then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it has been an incredible journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You mentioned your boy's name, Ill, is it?
Yeah.
Right? And I know that last time you were going to bring him with you.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, when you were going to come up, we also saw the story of AJ and with everything, Anthony Joshua and everything that went on with him losing his friends.
Yeah. That was tough, man.
What and how important has the people around you been? And do you think that, obviously we know that Anthony Joshua is going to continue continue on with his career. Do you feel like it would be tough to carry on if you lost somebody that close to you?
Man, that's really a good question, man, because I lost my childhood coach right before my first Golden Gloves. And it was hard for me to go to the Golden Gloves. So 2015, I lost my coach, Clint Martin. You know, he was old, so it was more so like he was just sick. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? We kind of like, he was like one of those, it was crazy, man. Like, he was like one of those people that you just expect to just end up being like 130 years old. Like that's how we kind of looked at him, like, you know what I mean? So I'm getting ready for my first Golden Gloves. I'm 16. I came home from running and shit. And then like I'm sitting there. Then my mom came in and was like, hey man, Clint just died. And I'm like, what? You know, whatever. And she showed me, and everybody was just saying on Facebook, like, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? They called him the Godfather. You know what I mean? So everybody was just saying, like, rest in peace. So I'm just like, what? So I kind of like just broke down, was like, damn, man. Like, so 2 weeks, Yeah, like right after that, I had my first Golden Gloves like that next week. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I can't go to Golden Gloves without him, man. So, but my other coach, Sappho, he
Stepped up.
he was there. So Sappho, he's older too. He like 71 maybe, but Clint Martin was somebody that he was under. But yeah. So Sappho came up under Clint. You know what I mean? So, Sappho was basically like, man, you know, Clint wouldn't want you to miss this tournament or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So go,
Keep
you know what I'm saying?
rocking.
So keep rocking. So he kind of kept my spirits up or whatever. I ended up losing my first Golden Gloves. You know what I'm saying? I was all fucked up. I feel like I should have won though. Like, I feel like I did. I feel like I still got robbed, but you know, I probably would have. If my head was clear, I probably would end up stopping, dude. But yeah, I lost my first Golden Gloves, man. That shit was crazy, man. Like,
Tough getting back in there after.
yeah, it was crazy, man. But so I lost him before my first Golden Gloves, and then 2020, right before my Olympics, I lost my my other coach, which is Dante Benjamin's dad, Coach Dante. He died right before I went to the Olympics. Like the last phone call I had when I was in Colorado. So what happened was when COVID came, they canceled the whole Olympics.
Yeah.
So 2020 was canceled. You know what I mean? So when 2021 came, no, like right around the end of 2020, that's when boxing started to open back up. Cause I want to say Earl Spence fought the end of 2020. Remember he fought Danny Garcia in Dallas.
Yeah.
So end of 2020, he took us to the fight. A couple months later, but it's probably like March. You know what I mean? February and March, they brought the Olympics back for the summer. And I remember, man, this phone call like it was yesterday. I called him. So he was on he was like sick, you know what I mean? He was on dialysis, you know what I mean? So he was like always in and out of the hospital just doing checkups and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was like, my relationship with him, he was like an uncle to me. Like he was like you know what I'm saying? Like he was like somebody important.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I
a
mean?
guiding light.
Yeah, like he was a good dude, man. You know, so I'm in Colorado. When they announced it, they like
You said you had a phone call with him though?
yeah, I called him. I'm like, man, you know, I'm going to, you know, they brought the Olympics back, man, so we gonna be going this summer. And he was like, man, hell yeah, man, I'm proud of you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad you didn't turn pro. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. We had a real heart-to-heart conversation. And he was like, yeah, man, you know I'm in the hospital right now, man, going through these checkups. So one thing about him, he never used to let us know what he was going through in the hospital.
Yeah.
So we didn't really know the seriousness of what he was going through. So he was like, man, you know, I'm going to the hospital. I'm at the hospital right now, but you know, I'll see you when you get home or whatever. So I'm like, all right, bet, cool. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's just a checkup.
Yeah.
So a couple of days go by, I call him, and it's just like he just wasn't answering. Like it was just going, like the ringer just kept going. So I'm like, damn, I ain't really think nothing of it. But a couple of days go by, I try to give him a shot again. Now it's going straight to voicemail. So I'm like, damn, he must got a new phone or whatever. So I call Sappho. I'm like, yeah, man, I was trying to call Dante, man. I was trying to see, you know, like, I'm thinking about the gym. I'm thinking about the gym. I'm like, man, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, whatever. He like, man, he in a coma. And I'm like, what? I'm like, man, when the hell this happened? He was like, man, he been in a coma for like a week, man, or whatever. So I'm like, what? And then he was just like, man, yeah, it ain't looking good, or whatever. So I'm just like, man, what? Get the fuck out of here. I'm still in Colorado. I ain't even come home yet. So I'm like, damn. So, fast forward, he ended up dying right before I came home, man. I was able to make his funeral. You know what I mean? So that same summer, man, I went to the Olympics.
So you're somebody that, going back to that Anthony Joshua question, you feel like that loss, you would carry on for them.
Yeah,
like if anything,
yeah.
it makes you just,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. I was
gives
just
you
like,
focus to staying that way.
I was just like, damn, man. Like it was tough, man, when that shit happened, man. But I kind of used it like, you know, I still got his number in my phone. You know what I mean? Like, I still got his contact in my phone, man. So I kind of have it to where like he's still with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I even like in my boxing shoes, I always put their names in my shoes. You know what I'm saying? But I always put Clint and Dante in my shoes. So it's like they always with me. They fighting with me. So yeah, man, it was crazy.
Gives you something to fight for.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
we went to the Olympics, man, and like it was crazy because me and Keyshawn was roommates. And we was just like So like that whole, they call that the COVID Olympics. You know what I mean? So that whole camp, that whole Olympic camp, man, we was training at the mall because the Olympic Training Center was shut down because of COVID. So USA Boxing turned the mall into a boxing gym for us. So, and we were staying in a hotel. We couldn't stay on campus no more. Now we staying at a hotel.
This is where in Colorado?
This is in Colorado. So we preparing for the Olympics. We staying in a hotel and we had to take the hotel shuttles to the mall to train. So that was how we was training. So
It's crazy.
but when it was going over we didn't get the full Olympic experience. You know, like people, you know, like usually you go on tour and stuff, you do a bunch of interviews, you go to the White House, you do all the extra shit, you feel me? So we didn't have that. So we kind of was just like, it just felt like we was just training. Like it didn't really feel
tournament.
Yeah, it just felt like another tournament. But I feel like our team, we made the best of it though, man. Like we had like they said we was the best team since 04, I think. Yeah, like 2004. Like they said we was the best team since like 04. But we made the best of it, man. We just kept each other in good spirits, you know what I mean? They was like, yeah, so we had a meeting. We always have a meeting before we go overseas. They was like, man, don't expect nothing, you know what I mean? We don't know if we're gonna get, you know, a bunch of USA stuff or we don't know what we gonna get. So basically like don't keep your expectations low. We get we had a acclimation camp in Miyazaki, Japan. So we was out there for like 2 or 3 weeks. We had like did a little training camp there, and then we went to Tokyo. So
you were going around the world, my boy.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even tell you how many places I've been. Yeah, but we get to Tokyo, and in the airport when we landed, man, it was cameras everywhere. Like it was like, man, it was like a whole line, like just cameras, just like. You feel me? They shut the airport down for us and everything. Like they was on the microphones. It was like make way for USA. Like
wow.
Like type shit. Like it was crazy, man. Like and then our gate had a little VIP rope type of thing. Like and we had like a security escort like taking us to the bathroom or shit like that. So like we felt like we was like shit. This shit feel cool for real. You know what I'm saying?
Presidential.
So we get to the village. You know we had this binders that we had to keep for COVID. It was like for protocol. We had these thick ass binders that we had to keep on us at all times. If we would have lost that, we would have been stuck in Japan. We wouldn't been able to come back home. You know what I mean? So we had to keep these binders on us at all times. And we wouldn't even know what was in the binder. We don't even know what was in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just some shit that we just whatever the hell they was looking at, that's what we needed. But so we get to the village. We get to our rooms, and like we not expecting nothing. We got shit from home. Like our luggage is like USA shit from home. Like the Under Armour shit. Like this ain't we never got Olympic shit.
For sure, yeah.
So we get to our rooms. We open the door, man. Polo luggage, Nike luggage, watch, Oakley bag,
USA
like
everything.
a bunch of Nike shoes. Like it was, so it was on our bed with our names on it. We was like, oh shit! Like so, we just started geeking. Like damn! Like we was just going crazy. Like oh shit! Like then I feel like in that moment, that's when it felt like the Olympics. In that moment, it was like damn! Like we made it, y'all. Like type of feeling.
What'd you do with all that gear?
Oh, I ain't never opened them. They still in the luggage.
Man, that polo, that Olympic polo kit had to be serious.
Everything is at my mama's house. Like it's still in the luggage, just sitting there. You know what I mean? I kind of it's basically like all my Olympic stuff that I got is just in that luggage.
It's like a shrine.
Yeah. Like, it's like basically like my memory chest or whatever. But when we got there, they gave us like these lanyards where it had our names and our picture on it, basically for the village. So we got to scan.
Go eat.
Yeah,
drink,
like we had to scan it and stuff like
spa.
that. Yeah, so they gave us pins. So like USA, you get a bunch of pins and stuff, and you could trade them with other countries. So other countries got their own pins. So like let's say for example, I got a USA pin. And I see Japan or I see Russia.
Swim team from Poland.
And we trade. Basically, and we put it on our lanyard. So
you still got the mix, even though it was the post-COVID times.
Yeah. So Yeah, we walking around the village. The first person I seen was Simone Biles. Like she was the first person I seen.
Tight.
And I didn't even know it was her because
She had a mask on?
no, me and Richard, we was walking. We was trying to explore the village. You ever play 2K and play my part? It was just like my part. Literally just like my part.
Straight athlete.
Yeah, just like my part. Every tower was each country. So this tower was USA, this tower was Puerto Rico, this tower was Mexico, this tower was Russia, this tower was Ukraine. So every country,
That's fire.
Yeah.
every country had their own.
Puerto Rico's tower was just a little tower.
No, I mean, no, all the towers was like the
They don't be
same
having as
caliber.
many athletes out there.
Yeah, so like,
God damn.
yeah, so
I hate the shit on my own kind, but I'm just being.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to.
yeah, me and Richard, we walking to the Samsung. Like we was walking to the Samsung store, and as we walking, we just seen like a big crowd or whatever. And Richard was like, "Oh shit, that's Simone Biles," and I was like, "Where?" And then we looked. So I'm like, so we had to walk past to get where we was going. So as we walking past, we seen her and shit. We like, "Oh shit, that is her." You know what I'm saying? So she was like the first person we seen. And then one time, me and Keyshawn, we was in the cafeteria, and we seen where he from? Like, ain't he like from Slovakia or something like that? Luka Doncic. Ain't he like from like
Oh yeah.
so,
Lithuania, I think.
Yeah. So we just seen like a bunch of tall motherfuckers just walking past. And I was like, Key, man, that's Luka. And then Key was like, man, that ain't him. And I was like, man, I'm telling you that's him. And then and I was like, Luka. And then he turned around and shit. I'm like, that is that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is Slovenian.
Yeah. So it was crazy. Then we seen, you know, like we in the cafeteria and Rudy Gobert be sitting right there eating lunch or whatever. Like
Getting
it was,
choked out by Draymond Green.
yeah, so it was a crazy experience, man. You know, we got a chance to see KD, Damian Lillard, all of them was there. They didn't stay on campus though, you know, but it was a crazy experience, man. And then like we had a fight with no crowd. Like there was like no crowd because of COVID. So we fight and all you hear is your team.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, them fights that happened during those times that were televised with no crowd, them hits sounded
Hear
bone
every
crunching.
thud.
Yeah.
There's that,
We went out, I ain't gonna lie
David
though, like,
Benavidez fight that came out with no audio. That shit was crazy sounding.
man, that Olympic experience is something I always remember, man, because for me, it was like like I did it kind of feeling. Like even though I didn't medal, it was like I did it, man. Like all the shit that I've been through and experienced, man, like who would have thought that you know what I'm saying? Like I fucked the whole, like, man, everybody was like, damn, you did it. Like people still to this day, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, damn, man.
You weren't supposed to be.
Like you did it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like for me, that's how it felt for me, man. And like me and Key was roommates, man. So like every night we'd be like, so like we'd be talking about the pro. So Key already had turned pro. Like I think he only had like 2 fights probably at the time. So he was like, man, we about to turn the fuck up in the pros, man. He was like, man, like, and we were just like, man, what if we all just got signed to Top Rank or whatever? And like we were just talking about our conversations was like that every night, man. Like, and you know, I had some tough ass fights, man. I fought Argentina the first night. Dude was like 6-0 with 6 knockouts, or he was already pro. You know what I'm saying? So fought Kazakhstan, and at welterweight, Kazakhstan, they haven't lost since like 2004 or something like that. So I was the first person
to
at
change
welterweight.
that narrative.
Yeah, I was the first person at welterweight to beat somebody from Kazakhstan. And then quarterfinals came, I lost to Cuba. But each night, man, like we just be talking about, you know, like what it's gonna be like fighting with Top Rank, being on the same cards, stuff like that. And it's like right when the Olympics ended, we all ended up with Top Rank. Like it was like a dream come true, man. Like all of us, me, Richie, Troy, Duke, Keyshawn, all ended up at Top Rank, man. It was just like, damn, like we really did that shit. You feel me? So for me, it's like I'm really like I feel like I'm living my dream, man. Like I'm really like I still wake up some days and be like, damn.
Yeah, this shit is surreal.
Like
That's cool.
Like damn, you know what I mean?
Out here.
Let me ask you this. I know that through my insider, right? I know that you are a individual that likes that old school music, and you're a real big movie head.
Yeah.
Right. So if you were to compare your life to that of a movie character, somebody that inspired you throughout life, Give me the movie character that you feel like would be you.
All right, I got some movies in mind, but it's not to that.
Just, it doesn't have to be the same thing. It's just that overcoming and that come up.
Just get where I'm coming from. Rocky, Scarface, Creed, what else? Man, that Clarissa movie, man. I ain't gonna lie, like
that's the girl boxer one, right?
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Seen that.
I got a chance to see it for the first time. I'm like, I haven't got a chance to really see it. So one time they had it on the plane. I don't know where I was going, but I was on the plane and they had it on the thing. So I'm about to watch it, man. You know what I'm saying? I swear on everything, bro. I almost shed a tear watching that shit. Cause they were like, we didn't go through the same type of shit, but it's like I know what that
felt like.
It's like that feeling, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that feeling just hit home. I'm just like,
I gotta see it.
I'm just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Because it basically showed her come up to the Olympics and, you know, the struggles that she was going through. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn. Because I actually, I texted Clarissa and was like, hey, I finally saw this movie, man. You got me about to cry on this bitch. And she started laughing and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, like, that, yeah, for sure. Like with Scarface, you know, Scarface is my favorite movie of all time. But Scarface,
that's one of mine for sure.
I just love how he came from nothing. Like he came to Florida and was like just like a bum, damn near working at some shop he didn't want to work at, and of course, you know, he was, you know, killing and selling drugs. But I'm not talking about that. But his come up, man, like he made it. And then like my favorite scene in that movie is when he was standing there on the balcony and then the blimp came past and it was like the world is yours. I feel like that every day, man. So that's my favorite scene, man. So
that's one of them.
Like I could watch Scarface, man. Like I could watch that every day. You know what I mean? But
my favorite scene is how you gonna get a scar like that in pussy?
No, for sure, man. Yeah.
But what movie would you say that you've watched throughout your life that has indirectly taught you the most about life?
A movie that
is it
taught
still
me about
Scarface?
life?
Or Scarface?
A movie that taught me about life? Man. I feel like I can't really name a specific one, but like it's certain movies that related to like either if I was around it or my dad was teaching me. You know what I mean? Like life lessons from my dad. So like movies like New Jersey Drive, you know, Juice, you know, Boys in the Hood.
Y'all ever seen that movie Crash?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That movie taught me a lot.
Crash,
about
that's
life.
a good movie too.
That movie taught me about we all going through it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
everybody's
that's a good movie.
Everybody got a struggle, and it just might look a little different, but we all going through it.
Yeah, so I kind of like, you know, it's a lot of movies, man. New Jersey Drive, that's a good one, man.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you said you're how old?
27.
You ain't supposed to know about New Jersey Drive.
Ah.
You're just not supposed to know about it. At 27, I was young when that movie came out.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a banger, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like with that movie, they did a great job on painting what's going on, like what's going on in a teenager's life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They did a hell of a. That's an underrated movie in my opinion.
100%.
100%.
Stealing them whips.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I had friends that was doing that shit, breaking into houses, like, or, you know, taking their grandmother's whip, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the hell. Like, I had friends that was doing that shit, man, and it's like kind of like in that movie, the main character, he was around his friends doing that. But the thing is, he didn't have his dad around. Well, he had a stepdad, but you know he didn't.
That don't count.
Yeah, but
it does count, but not at the time.
Yeah, a lot of movies like that be like, damn, I'd be like this if I didn't have my dad. You know what I mean? I'd be in the situation that he's in.
Yeah.
Getting caught up in shit if I didn't have my dad.
That course correction.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of movies like that kind of like give me like that. It still teach me. You know what I mean?
So you make your pro debut. Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter are fighting.
Yeah. And the crazy part was that I wasn't even meant to. That debut wasn't even meant to be on that card. Well, so my manager, he was like, when I found out that Sean and Bud was fighting, I was begging my manager. I'm like, please, you know, Sean from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, please, man, I want to get on that card, man. Like, I want to be on the card with Sean and Bud. You feel me? Like, that's a hell of a debut right there. And then he was like, man, you know, man, the Nevada Commission is you're kind of tough, man. So they're gonna try to give you a tough fight for your debut, and you're an Olympian. So, you know, it's gonna be kind of hard or whatever. I want what you know what I mean? I was like, I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Like, I was even calling Sean, like, yo, Sean, man, if you could put a word in, man, like, or whatever, man, or like, you know what I'm saying? But I ended up getting my debut, man, and dude was like 3-1 with 3 knockouts. And they only sent one option. They was like, this is like either this is your
You
debut.
take this fight or you're not fighting.
Or you're not gonna you ain't gonna be on, you ain't gonna get on this card. I'm like, man, bet.
I'll be there.
I'm there, you feel me? So I'm like, shit, hell yeah. So that's a hell of a debut right there, man. Like, I got a chance to share a card with Sean Porter, another Clevelander, and then, you know, with Crawford, which is one of my favorite fighters, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So I just like that debut moment, man, was like, and it was in Vegas, man. Like, I never got a chance to really go to Vegas. You know what I mean? Like, that might have been the first time. That might have been the first time I've been to Vegas. But yeah. So it was at Mandalay Bay. So like, it was crazy, man. Seeing like Bob Arum for the first time.
Big
you know,
city, bright lights.
It was like a dream come true, man. Like, damn.
Coming from such an amateur background, did pro boxing disappoint you in any way?
Nah.
It was all just like everything coming up, like this shit is dope. There wasn't any like complications with it at all.
Yeah, each level was
You gotta think, man, like, you gotta think, like,
They're giving you money.
I'm getting paid to do something I love doing.
Is that why you wanted to get on the card so much? Because you wanted that bread? Or is it that you wanted that moment?
The moment. You know, I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, the money, like, I was happy about that, of course, you know what I'm saying? But like, I was kind of like focused on like that opportunity and moment, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, like after that debut, man, it was like, damn, I'm a professional fighter now, man. Like, you know what I mean? So that was like a dream. And then I'm the first in my family to make it that far. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made it. I went to the Olympics. So on my dad's side, I come from family, like cousins, uncles, they was boxers, you know what I mean? So they even fought professional, you know what I mean? But nobody went to the Olympics. So I'm like the first of my, like, from the family to go to the Olympics, you know, sign the top rank. So like, I was like, a lot of like curses that we had, I was like, I slowly broke them as time went on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, it's crazy, man, because I'm still doing it. You know what I mean? I'm still breaking curses, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it feel good, man. And it's like, my parents, man, like, they real, like, happy, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Of course, man. They saw it through.
yeah, man. It's like, you got to think about, like, just going from, like, I went winners, man. Like, not having heat, not have, like, I'm washing my ass in the sink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta take the pot, boil the water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put it, you know what I'm saying? So
I was broke too. I mean, I know what you, every time you mention it, I'm like, I know what that shit's like.
yeah, so it was
Yeah.
like, man, like, you feel me? Like, man, it was crazy because I remember we watched the Cavs win with no cable. We had like the antenna and shit, and the game kept like turning on. The shit kept turning on and off and shit. We like, oh shit, fix the antenna. You know what I mean? So, but like,
And the antenna used to be a hanger back in my day.
yeah, that shit, man. But I appreciate all them times, man. Like, you know, being in the projects, you know, just experiencing the shit that, you know, we was going through, man. And it's crazy, man, because like nobody knew. I was a happy kid. I was still a happy kid, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, always laughing, smiling and shit. And like nobody really like. I was like nobody would have never thought we ain't had no heat at home. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, I was always like just a
Optimistic.
Happy kid. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But
Still gonna show up and do the work.
yeah, you feel me? But man, I wouldn't change shit, man. Like, I wouldn't change a damn thing, man. Like, it made me who I am today for sure, man. Like, it helped build character. You know, it made me a tougher person. You gotta think, man. I'm going to school. I'm going to school where, you know, kids crack jokes on each other and shit. So I'm getting cracked on and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they talking about my shoes or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck. You know how kids are. So I'm going from there to the gym where it's like 5 times worse because, you know, a boxing environment, you know, they
Roasting.
you in there with older kids and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm there, man. They you know, it's all hell. You feel me? So going through all of that as a kid, man, like shit, like I had no choice but to make it this far. You feel me? So that shit made me who I am today, man. It's like,
do you feel like pro boxing? Because we know it. We watch boxing. We see the fighters that come through the ranks and who we respect and don't respect, who gets a limelight, who doesn't. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like pro boxing rewards entertainers more than they do the actual fighters?
I feel like it's like that with anything. That's just how the world is. You feel me? Like
when you take a Ryan Garcia, you know what I mean? It's like he's gonna go get all those big money fights, and it's more so. And not to say that he hasn't, you know, because I do think Ryan Garcia is a tremendous fighter, especially when he's locked in.
Yeah.
And I know you've had some words about Ryan Garcia. You feel me? But he gets those big money fights all the time. They're always putting him up there. But then again, you got a career like yours, 17-0, 8 knockouts. You're doing everything you got to be doing the right way. Do you feel like it's unfair the way they reward and give these fights out?
I mean, I feel like this. I feel like I wouldn't say. I don't want to use the word unfair. I just want to say like it gets in. I feel like sometimes it can get in the way of people that's trying to get those. That's trying to get the light or whatever. Because at the end of the day, Ryan still did what he had to do to get to where he at. Now he was doing the flashy Ryan shit, you know, with the mitts and everything. He was doing the like he. You know what I'm saying? He did that. You feel me? And that's what got him the Tank fight. That's what got him the Luke Campbell fight. That's what got him, you know, that's what got him to where he at. So, you feel me? So, I mean, it's kind of like, or let's take AB, right? You know, hell of a fighter, but he was entertaining because, you know, ain't no telling what's going to come. Ain't no telling what he gonna be saying and what he gonna be doing and shit like that. He was going viral for that shit. You feel me? So that's what made his career explode and all that shit. Like Floyd, same shit. You know, Money Floyd, Pretty Boy Floyd, like the shit that he was on. You feel me? I feel like with me,
Adrian Broner's name was what? A-D? Always drinking. But we just got a decorated history with AB. Shout out to AB. I hope he cleans himself up, man.
No, he good people, man. But
that's the thing. Social media does a good job of that. It can create a star, but it can also, what comes with that is a distraction.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So it could blow your career out the water, but there's certain stuff that is certain, I'll say, evil that comes with that. It ain't all just sunshine, rainbows, gold chains, and now we at Vegas pulling up in a limo, you know? You got to be able to handle that attention because people going to look at you and now they're going to judge you. And it could be something minor, but they still, you know, being in front of the camera like that, putting all your stuff on social media.
It's always something that happens in that way that gets you the attention, though. You know what I mean? It's the thing that you didn't expect. And we all saw you recently. Again, I used to I believe you followed me on IG a while back, like years ago. And I saw your page, I followed you back, and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker's nice, right? And ever since then, I was telling, I sent it to my team, like we inevitably got to have Tiger up here, and also I sent your page out to other people for them to, get to know you. You know what I mean? Because I'm like that with musicians. I always want to be the first to like break a new artist is coming out. You know what I mean? Or a movie star or a athlete. You know what I mean? NBA, NFL, boxing, anything. But it isn't until that infamous night happens where you have that brawl with Haney's team that I feel like a lot of the people were starting to tell me about you as if I didn't already send them the damn page. It was like that same feeling I got when I was telling people, yo, Nipsey Hussle's dope, and then he passes away, and they're like, yo, Nipsey Hussle was dope. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I knew that back in 2011, you know what I'm saying? So do you feel like that moment kind of got you a different type of spotlight now?
I mean, I definitely feel like it put a lot of attention on me. You know what I mean? Whether if it was positive or negative, you know what I mean? It was like more so kind of like annoying. You know what I'm saying? It was like kind of like an annoying moment right there. You feel me? I'm just like, man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But
I feel like a lot of people would have capitalized on a situation like that and go on a press run right away. You know what I mean? I want to talk about it. I want to get in front of it, and I even reached out. You know what I mean? I hit Ron up. I'm like, yo, hit up Tiger, let him know, because I think Tiger's ignoring me right now. You know what I mean? But I could tell that situation, instead of going out and chasing clout for it, you seem like you wanted to distance yourself from that.
I feel like with me, like going back to what you said about
the spotlight.
Entertainer, like people, they entertainers get more shine than
the actual fighters.
Yeah. So I feel like with me, I was never comfortable, if that makes sense. Like growing up, I never felt like I was in a comfortable situation, you know what I'm saying, where I could just be myself, you know what I mean? Like I always felt like I had a lot of shit on my mind, and I'm fighting, trying to prove the world wrong. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking like, in my mind, I'm like, man, I gotta, find ways to stay focused and locked in, man. I'm going home, you know what I'm saying, to some shit that we are not happy about, you know what I mean? So I was never put in I just never felt even when I went to the Olympics, like I still never felt comfortable, because I'm like, man, I gotta be the first motherfucker to at least, like I gotta be the first person to get a gold medal, but at least medal out of Cleveland, you know what I mean? I was never, so it's like I never could like relax and just be myself, you know what I mean? And I kind of felt like if I would have knew a lot of the business and like how to go about stuff, I would have did a lot. I would have been like, I would have did so. I would have. It would have been a lot different, man. Like I probably would have had a world title by now or some shit. Ain't no telling, you know what I'm saying? But it was like at the end of the day, like I'm happy where I'm at, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't take, I wouldn't change anything, man. Everything happens for a reason, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
At the end of the day.
Right. Yeah.
And my time gonna come, man. And July 4th, man, that's gonna be my moment, man. You feel me? I'm fighting in Cleveland, and
in Cleveland.
I'm putting on the show, man, and that's gonna be my moment. My last fight, shit. You know what I'm saying? That was my moment, you know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers had me losing, you know what I'm saying, to do, you know what I'm saying? But
I believe it was Sauce Walker that had reposted.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, shout out to Sauce, man.
Yeah, and I remember seeing that post. I'm like, again, that's one of the moments. Like I told that. Yeah, I was just, you know what I mean?
But you see what I'm saying though, like.
It takes that though.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean. People do want to see that.
Yeah,
and I mean, shout out to Ron though, because I know he was in that camp and he was telling me, he's like, yo, he's gonna. It's over.
Man, it's crazy.
Over for old boy.
And the crazy part is, man, like Ron was like, so I met Ron in T.O.'s camp. This was like 2024, and I was doing camp in Vegas, and me and T.O., we had the same manager, and this when T.O. was getting ready for Ortiz. I think it was the Ortiz fight, right? Yeah, it was the Ortiz fight, and it was a real bad winter in Cleveland, and I was the only one that was able to make it to Vegas, but my coaches ended up getting stuck in Cleveland for like a couple weeks. So I was in Vegas by myself for real. So my manager like, yo, man, just go train with Tio. You know what I mean? Like he ain't gonna have no problem or whatever. So I hit up Tio. He was like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just pull up with us, you know? So I pulled up and I'm just doing what he doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just following his schedule and like what he got going. That's how I met Ron. So I'm doing strength conditioning with Tio. You know, with Ron, we going to Planet Fitness, but you know, going to the fitness gyms, like getting the full experience, you know what I mean? And it's like I think that might have been the first time I got a chance to experience high level camp. You know what I mean? Because I think Tio was undisputed. He was already been undisputed and stuff like that before. So, you know, he let me go to the camp house they was in. Like I'm seeing all his belts and everything, and it's like, you know, seeing like how he trained. And he was giving me advice. Yeah. He was giving me advice on like where I was at the time. Because at that time, I only had like 11 fights or 11, 12 fights. But yeah, so that's how I met Ron and shit. So fast forward, that next but me and Ron kept in touch. Like we kept in touch. Like me and Ron, we just ended up just getting cool and shit. We just kept in touch. And like
for those who don't know, Ron is the physical
Yeah. Ron, we call him Ron Muscle.
Shout out Ron.
Shout out Ron.
But yeah, so like that whole year, like Ron out here in Florida, but he's been like watching me the whole year. You know what I mean? And like he just be like, yo, man, like you gonna be one of them ones, man. Like he'll always like see me like, you know, paragraphs and be like, man, like you an animal, man. Like, man, like you like you the one, man, or whatever. And like we just kept in touch or whatever. And then 2025 come, I asked him if he could come out. And now we talking about him, you know, coming to Vegas and like helping me out and shit. And right after June, I was getting ready to fight again. And he came out like that August, and like we didn't even have a date. He came out in August, and we didn't even have a date. We was just training. Like he just came out and just, you know, he had like some plans where he just wanted to help me in some areas and shit. And while we was there, I ended up getting a call and was like, yo, do you want to fight Nicholas Fast for the regional? You know what I'm saying? For the NABO or whatever. So I'm like, hell yeah. So, you know, I'm like, Ron, man, we just got Nicholas Fast or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, we gotta go to Pro Box. Yeah. So go to their backyard. So I was like, damn, you know what I mean? But I was like, man, fuck that shit, man. We about to go take we about to go take that belt, man. Like, fuck all that. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, man, fuck it. So we already like we just went in straight grind mode, man. And like I'm sharing like, you know, I'm sharing like me and him, we was having like heart to heart conversations and shit. And Ron was like, damn, man, this shit is like destined for you, man. Like,
you saved his life too, guys. He was trying to get out of there too. Yeah. He actually helped me get healthy for my 40th.
Yeah.
And went straight over there. Like we were training damn near every day up until then. Then he went out to go see you, and then I already knew what time it was.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
He told me right there. Like I knew it by the way he was speaking. That I'm like, damn, I wanted to pop out at that fight, but I knew you were about to clean house and that. You know
and it was crazy, man, because like once we got the call, like we turned, we like, hell yeah, it's time to turn up and shit. Like, and we had a lot of shit that we had to work on, you know what I'm saying, for this fight. Like, we know Nicholas Fast, like, man, dude could fight, you know what I'm saying? He got an awkward style, he got a high volume. So, man, it was a lot of shit that we had to do that camp, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was getting the best work. I had to go to Silas' gym, so shout out to Coach Silas. Like I was sparring like 3-4 people in this gym, man, like getting good ass work, man. They helped me for that fight. And what I was saying, so during that time, like everybody on the internet was like shitting on me, like saying like, man, Flash in 4 or Flash in 3 or like Tiger, he about to catch his first L, or like I'm just like, damn, where the fuck this come from? You feel me? So me and Ron like, god damn. But man, like that shit, it was so crazy, man. Like I had the biggest chip on my shoulder, man. It was like, god damn, man. Like how many times do I gotta keep proving myself to you motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, man, this ain't even like. I was just like, I did not expect that fight to be the fight where people would try to doubt me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, y'all doubting me at this fight?
watch
God,
this.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, okay. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing interviews with Paulie and Chris Algieri, and they probably thought I was bullshitting. Like, I literally told Paul, I'm like, bro, I'm knocking his ass out. Like, I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? Paulie was like, oh, shit, okay, or whatever. You know? I'm like, bro, I'm not playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I had the biggest chip on my shoulder, man. I'm like, bro, I'm sleeping, dude, man. Like, and then when I get there, it was like, I already knew what I was up against. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I can't, like, you know what I'm saying? This fight can't go distance. You know what I mean? Like, they gonna get me out here. You feel me? So, man, the shit that we worked on, man, literally the shit that we worked on all camp, we did that in the fight. And the crazy part was, we didn't even show everything in that fight. It just happened the way it did. Because the shit that we was working on, I didn't get a chance to really show it for him because it ended up getting like, I ended up just catching him. That was it. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
And I was telling everybody, like, man, y'all don't even know what we working on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sharp as a bitch right now. You feel me? So this, like, the little shit that I was doing.
That knockout power seems to have tremendously increased, though. Like, it looks like, I mean, it's just something that you want to do right now.
Hell yeah.
You're looking to clean. I mean, I'm sure you always walk in there and you're hoping to knock that opponent out. But that knockout was something that the world saw that gave us that holy shit moment. You know what I mean? I think that's exactly what we got out of that. So in that, is that what you're looking at? Obviously, we got two different fighters out there that a lot of people talk about, right? At the 135, and you're talking about Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. And Tank Davis is the guy that's going to go and get you the knockouts, and Shakur Stevenson is the one that's going to give you that chess match in the ring. You know what I mean? Which direction do you want to go towards more? Are you looking to always showcase your skill, hit and don't get hit, or do you want to go in there and be that bruiser?
Both. I feel like when I was fighting at 140, I didn't get a chance to really show the world, like, you know, how good I am. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of tough fights too at 140, but man, I feel like a lot of my power, you know, was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was struggling making 140. You know what I mean? So I had a lot of tough fights. A lot of my fights was tough because, like, you know, trying to get to 140. You feel me? So now that I'm at 47, it's like, now it's like, okay, I'm good now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now y'all gonna see a whole different Tiger. Like, and like I said last fight, you know what I mean? Like, y'all gonna see a whole different version of me. I'm trying to tell y'all. You feel me? And it's only gonna be better and better, man. Like, I feel like with me, like, I'm like one of those people that's never gonna stay at one level. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be 38, still better than I was at 37. You know what I'm saying? Because of how I was brought up. I didn't have that much experience. You gotta think, a lot of people kind of like peak out early.
Yeah.
Because they had so much experience. A lot of people get burnt out from the amateurs going into the Olympics to the pros and stuff like that, because they done did a million nationals and did extra shit. Like man, like, shit. It's like, with me, like, for me, it started with me making a USA team at 18. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all gonna see a better version of me every time y'all see me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's never gonna be a point where, okay, that's just what, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be like, okay, he gonna show something new next fight. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, I'm excited, man. Like, you feel me? I'm just excited.
You got
like,
a lot in front of you, man.
Yeah.
And at this point, with the record you have too, you could go either two different ways. You could either say, I'm still hungry right here, or you could start feeling hunted more than just hungry, to where I got to just defend the top of the mountain. Where do you think you fall more of, just hungry or hunted?
I'm hungry. I feel like, man,
That's what it sounds like.
I feel like, man, if you trying to hunt me, you making a mistake. You feel me? So I ain't ever worried about whoever is trying to hunt me or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm hungry, man, and then it's like, I'm ready to just show the world, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
especially
Like,
at this weight.
you know, like I said, man, like I've been having this chip on my shoulder, man, since forever, man. Like I just want to show the world, like I'm one of them ones too. You feel me? Like I said, man, this July fight, man. I'm putting on a clinic, man.
So when you start camp?
I'm in camp now.
Okay. When did you start then?
Man, I've been training. I've been back training since like January.
So you just always kind of stay ready?
Yeah. Like I literally like when I say like I give my life to boxing, man. Like I literally give my boxing. I give my life to boxing.
So you're not out of shape in between fights. You always stay.
Man. You can ask Ron, man. Like, we went to the track the other day, and like, okay, so like in between fights, I don't just stay away from boxing to the point where I'm fucking 200 pounds or some shit, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever the hell.
A lot of cats do
I still make sure I'm, you know, I have my fun eating, you know, what I want to eat, like, you know what I'm saying, but I still keep it. I still stay disciplined. You know what I'm saying? I still got to make sure I'm getting my vitamins. Still making sure I'm staying hydrated. Putting in some miles or whatever. Like me and Ron just went to the track, and that was my first time running in a minute, man. And like, I was damn near the first person. You know what I'm saying? Like when we was doing those sprints on the track, and Ron was like, "Damn, man, like this is you out of shape." You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, man, or you know what I mean? But he was like, "Man, damn," you know what I'm saying? But I always make sure like I'm staying active, doing something, man. Like just whether if I'm playing basketball or just doing activities, man. Like just keeping my body active, man.
Staying healthy.
Do you feel like the incident, and again, just this isn't to have the conversation about it, the incident in Madison Square, do you feel like that situation made you like want to go out and make even more of a statement? Because that is a moment where I'm sure you got a boatload of text messages, everybody checking in on you. Did that increase the hunger?
Hell yeah. I mean, hell yeah, it did. Because, you know,
because that incident happened when? What month was that?
January.
Yeah, and then training since January.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I did a I can't remember when I did that in the ring interview. But they was like, they asked me, was I ready for like the top fights and shit like that or whatever. And I'm like, hell yeah, like I've been ready, you know what I mean? And, you know, of course, you know, I got a lot of backlash from this shit, you know what I'm saying? But, and then the incident happened right after, so it was like, man, fuck all that, y'all got me fucked up type shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna show y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, I get motivated, man. It's really easy to motivate me, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta think, the type of shit that I was going through, like, this type of shit that I had to go through as a kid in boxing and shit, like, all that shit is motivation, man. Like, I get motivated real easy, man. Like, I could literally sit there, like, I get motivated from watching Crawford in his interviews. Like, it could just be, he could just be saying anything about boxing, and I get motivated. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just be like, hell yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like I get motivated real easy, man. Like, I'm always hungry, man. Like I said, like, I always gonna have this chip on my shoulder until probably for the rest of my career, man. At the end of the day, like, you gotta think, like, how Bud felt, how he wasn't getting, like, he just now getting his flowers. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna feel.
He's really just now getting his flowers because they were doubting him the whole way through.
And the thing is like, there's no reason why he wasn't getting his flowers. You know what I mean? Why
the entertainment?
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they do, regardless of what you say or anybody says. I think the entertainers are rewarded. I think the moments are rewarded. You know what I mean? Again, we know it in any industry. Yeah. The dopest rapper usually is the rapper that died. Yeah, and then you know what I mean? He's the one that's got the most attention.
And I tell Bud all the time, man, like his story is like always like motivated me, man. Like the shit that he went through, all like from a kid all the way until now. Like
Nothing.
I wouldn't say like we got the same exact shit, but like hearing his story was like, damn, that really like it hit home for me in a lot of ways, and it motivated the shit out of me. Like Bud, like really one of my favorite fighters, man, just because of his story. Like outside of his talent and everything, and like even like his story alone is like, man, damn, man, like it's like it gives you like a lot of motivation and like hope, if that makes sense. You feel me? Like he did it, and I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Because some people are privileged in their walk through. It doesn't mean that it's easy.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's if you were spoon fed the shit, or you had a silver spoon coming up, right? Like it doesn't mean that you have a simple journey.
Right.
Because it's just as tough as everybody else's, but it's different.
Yeah.
You know. And the thing is when you come up from that poor upbringing and poverty, the thing is the situation gonna still be there? You know what I mean? Or will something be there that I have to do that could take me away from it all? You know what I'm saying? Would you have to hustle the wrong product and get caught up? Will you be on the wrong street at the wrong time and get murdered? Those situations are very real. So in your mind, it's not missing the opportunity because of a loss. It's like, I might not even make it. You know what I mean? Like, so when you see somebody like Bud Crawford and you hear his story through the journey that he's faced in life, it's like, oh, okay, that's fire.
Yeah.
Because you watch somebody walk up the same way that you had to walk
Yeah, it's
up.
raw. Like it's really like motivating, man. Like, I remember one time, like when I used to miss out on tournaments, I used to watch Rocky, and I used to watch Rocky 1 and 2. You know what I mean? Like for motivation and stuff like that. Like whenever like I was feeling down or like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm just depressed about boxing or like whatever the hell is, you know what I'm saying, is going on, I used to just throw on Rocky and shit. It was times where like I'd like damn near like shedded a tear like watching Rocky, not because it was just that damn sad, but it was like I want to make it and win so bad. Is that like I can feel the emotions in the scenes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when Rocky, like on part 1, when nigga was getting his ass kicked the whole fight, or like how he like even before he fought, how they was shitting on it, counted him out, saying that he was gonna get knocked out in the first round. You know what I mean? Dude was like training in some fucked up clothes. You know what I mean? Like how he was living.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was
All of
like.
it.
He ended up winning at the end, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, that shit is like motivating, like, man, like they counted him out and he still won. You know
And the
what I'm saying?
craziest shit about Rocky is that same situation actually happened with him shopping that movie out.
What you mean?
Like him trying to get that movie out and that script done. He was reaching out to everybody and nobody wanted to do that movie.
For real?
Yeah, so
damn, I didn't know
the
that.
actual story of Rocky is this: he had the same challenge trying to get that movie out.
And that's one of the best movies ever.
Yeah.
type
Yeah,
shit.
it's
That's
crazy.
crazy, man. And then, like, so, I used to, like, whenever I used to feel bad, I watch movies like Rocky, watch movies like, I used to, like, watch stuff where people make it, like on the Above the Rim. It's mainly like, it's kind of like, this is a street/basketball movie, but it just feel good that he made it to college and hit that that game winner.
Overcame.
You know what I'm saying? It was like you feel me? Like that shit is motivating me, man. Or like what's that one movie? The Sixth Man with Marlon Wayans.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, like that's a motivational ass movie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like how they overcame they ups and downs and they still won the championship at the end. You know what I'm saying?
There was another movie I really liked back then that was that story of overcoming, which was Sunset Park.
Sunset Park.
Yeah,
I was just thinking that's a banger.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. So it's like it's a lot of those type of movies, man. I just be like, man, hell yeah, Creed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I don't want you to look past your opponent now, right? But what is it that you want moving forward with your career? You know what I mean? You got this fight July 4th. I know by speaking to every boxer I've spoken to, I know what's going to happen, right? Like mentally, the last thing you could ever say is, what happens if you lose the fight? Like, I ain't gonna lose. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
I already know the answer to that question, having all this. But now you got this fight in your path on July 4th. You win that fight. You will win that fight. Moving past, what do you want? Like, what is it that you picture for your career now?
I just wanted to keep climbing the rankings, man. Just keep getting one step closer to that world title. You know what I mean? Like just keep taking that. Just keep climbing the rankings, man. And whichever world title I trying to get, like I just want to get that world title, man.
I know you wanted to fight Norman, right?
Yeah, I wanted to fight anybody that can help me get to the title, and Norman was one of the ones that would have helped me.
So is that out of the, like, for you, is it kind of like I don't really care about it no more since he took that L?
No. I didn't look at it like that.
Because we had David Benavidez up here, and I was talking to him about Canelo, and he's like, "Yeah, I still want that fight." Like you could tell he still wants that fight because there's so much story there to it, like it's, Mexico and things of that nature. But I asked him, I said, does Terrence Crawford beating Canelo take away a little bit of the juice out of that? And he said, yeah, it does. It sucks that had to happen that way because it's not the same thing for me anymore. You know what I mean? So is it that when you look at these fighters, are you just looking at the belt? Like I want the belt, or are you still okay with them throwing these fights in your way that's saying, here, this is how you're gonna climb to it? Or are you sick and tired of it and saying, yo, give me my respect. Let me get in there. Let me fight a champion. Let me see what I'm about, because you're doing this for other fighters.
I feel like, okay, let's say Norman, for example. A fight like a Norman fight, that would help me get closer to the world title because he was an ex-world champion. You know what I mean? That don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what people gotta stop doing is, man, when somebody loses, man, y'all gotta stop dogging them, man. Like, that shit not cool. You feel me? Like, man, majority of the greats fucking took L's. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, fucking Pernell Whitaker.
I think a loss symbolizes somebody that's going out and like a real champion that has that loss on their record.
Yeah.
I think that, to me, is always, those motherfuckers are hungrier, right? Like, you, for the most part, obviously keeping that undefeated record, but like, you know what it is in life when you take one loss, now you're like, okay, now everybody's getting fucked up. Fuck that.
Yeah,
you know what
like,
I'm saying?
like,
So it's
like,
there.
Yeah, man. Like, boxing has a way of doing that to people, man. Like,
That's so funny because Edgar said that. Don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
But remember he said that? That in boxing, you take one loss, and he's like, yo, I looked at the rankings, and they put me all the way at the bottom. I'm like, off of one loss?
Berlanga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Quick to throw you away.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That they only do that in boxing, though.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. Like, I don't get it at all, man. Because at the end of the day, man, like, it's like we die for this shit, man. Like, for this sport, like, we give our life to this shit. You feel me? And then it's like, you know what I'm saying? You become a world champion. You know, somebody take an L, and it's like, oh, that nigga want shit anyways. It's like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, where'd that come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all was just saying that he was the man because he got the belt. Then he lose to another good fighter. And it's like, nah, he ain't shit. Like y'all.
And every dog has their day.
Yeah, they gotta stop
not every
doing
day
that
do
shit,
you come
man.
out. Let me ask you this though, because, and I get a lot of shit every time I talk anything about Tank, because his fan base, they're very fruity. But I always catch shit for no reason, which I'm just being honest about it, right? When Lamont Roach and Tank fought, for Tank, if he comes out the winner, because they say, you know, in order to beat a champion, you got to beat the champion.
Yeah.
The problem with that is if it looks like you might have edged them, right, and you get that victory in front of the world, the bag is different. You know what I mean? If you become that champion, the bag is different. So even though I've always thought that was a little, you know, maybe early on I believed in it, but I think it's a little bit unfair, because that loss and that draw really changes the trajectory of your career, right? Immediately the next day, you could have all the sponsors at your door, everybody knocking at your door, here's the new champion, or the next day it could be controversy, you didn't deserve it, and all the narratives that go around. Do you feel that it's valid in order to be the champion, you got to beat the champion?
Yeah, for sure. I think I feel like I have two ways of I got two different ways of thinking of going about this. I feel like at the end of the day, if you 1 point, if you won the fight by 1 point fighting a champion, you won the fight. You know what I mean? I feel like that's just what it is. You won. But I also look at it like you worked your way up to fight the man, the champion. You know what I mean? You got to take that shit from him. So it's like it's like I feel like it's both. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you got to. It's both in my opinion. It's kind of like remember Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yep.
Remember that game? Remember, you know how you got to go through them different fights to fight the
rank.
Yeah.
Top guy. Yeah.
I feel like it's the same shit in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Or like on Fight Night on career mode. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just like once you get there, man, you gotta smoke this dude. You feel me? Like and get the belt. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just.
But it ain't easy to go out and smoke the champion.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But that's why I
that's
said.
what make it.
But that's why I said I feel like it's both in my opinion. I feel like at the end of the day, like if you won by 1 point, then you won by that 1 point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You feel me? So I feel like that's fair still. You know what I mean? But I do understand the mentality of you got to beat the champion also.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? So
it
I
should be definitive.
Yeah. So I understand both. You feel me?
But this is my problem, I think, with boxing more than anything, is there's people that are they're so strict to holding that zero.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to lose.
Yeah.
That I think a lot of times these fighters are avoiding the fights that the people want to see. And deep down, even we know that they want that fight too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we know. So like, do you feel, are you right now in that moment, in that part of your career where you're like, I want the very best. I don't give a fuck about who's doing what right now. I just want to fight the best. Or at 17-0, do you still want to play your cards right?
No, I want to fight the best. Like I said, like I'm trying to get this belt. You know what I mean? So whatever fight that's gonna take me to getting this title fight, that's what I'm on. You feel me?
Who do you want the most? 147.
Whoever in the top 10 or top 15, it don't matter. You know what I mean? Whichever fight in the top 10 or top 15 is gonna get me to that next level, man, and help me climb to become become the mandatory. You know what I mean?
You're ducking the question though. Who's the one person that you want to whoop on?
Like, I was like,
We get it.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
You know what I mean?
He's a good guy.
Nah, but I think it's important. Like, I think right now, still in this moment of your career, you've been playing your cards right. And again, it's not like that's kind of in your DNA. You're intelligent. You stay chill. You know what I mean? You're grounded. You know what you want out of your career, but that's something that people are gonna have to go and see. You know what I mean? It's like, but at the same time, I think the people got to know. You know what I mean? Like I think that portion of your career is here. I think you are in the beginning of your rise to superstardom. I think this is when that time is. You know, you get that big fight July 4th. You got Abdullah Mason on the card. There's people that are really going to be dialed in. And again, that situation makes people look a little bit closer. Who is he? Why was there this drama? Why did I miss these years? Like what was it about him? It's always that. We don't hear about a person, then boom, they come up in the scene, and then it's just like boom, 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 boom. And that's the question that a lot of people are going to be asking. Who's that guy?
I feel like this July fight is like it's like the perfect fight for me to have another breakout because he also undefeated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to say 16-0. You know what I mean? He's a good fighter or whatever. And I feel like this right here is just another this is one of those fights where it's like it's gonna be even bigger than the Nicholas last fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to say he has a regional belt. I want to say the WBC or the regional. Yeah, so I feel like this is right here is the perfect fight for me to have that next breakthrough again. You feel me? And it's like it's just gonna keep getting better and better, man. And it's like this is the fight where I can show like yeah, I'm one of the ones, man. Like it's gonna be way better than the last fight. You know what I mean? So.
That last fight was fireworks. I know this fight in July 4th is obviously, we
it's gonna be 10 times
match it up with fireworks.
10 times better than my last fight.
Really? So you're at a superior, and I'm sure you always have had that confidence, but you're really locked in right now where you're that in tune with your career where you could just go out there and you feel like this one's not going to the 12th. This one's not going to the finish line.
I'm at a point where like I'm trying to hurt some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Show me
I really
my
want to show like you gotta think, everybody, had this thing where like, cause I wasn't getting a lot of knockouts early in my career, you know what I'm saying? For, me trying to make 140 and all that extra shit. It's like, bro, like I'm punching, man. You feel me? And I want to show like I can fight and like I'm dangerous.
I don't think people understand that you lose the power though, right? Like I think everybody just thinks that.
Yeah, I think when I haven't seen 140 since 2017.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, like right after 2017, I went up to 152. I fought 152 for like the past.
So did you just feel like you weren't yourself at that weight?
After like the first, once I got to like fight 6, 7, that's when I started to see like
it's not translating.
Yeah,
right?
like some, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but a lot of people like being in the sport. They like being weight bullies. They like going down there because that's where they're strong at. So you feel like for you, that's just not comfortable. You're at 147. Is 147 where you want to stick around?
I'm good at 47. You know what I mean? I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but I'm Gucci. You feel me? At 47,
yeah, not killing yourself.
Yeah, and the thing is, at 40, I feel like it gradually got worse as time went on, because in between fights, I had to keep my weight down. I couldn't really relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was fighting like every other month. You know what I mean? And
that gets expensive.
Yeah, it's like I had to keep my weight down and shit. Like I had, like, you know what I'm saying? So that it became like challenging and shit. You feel me? So
yeah.
It's gonna be a good spot for you, man.
Yeah. So welterweight, that like welterweight is the weight for me. I should have did this shit from the beginning, but I feel like I got the experience that I needed at 40. You know what I mean? I went through adversities. I went through adversities early on, and I had some tough fights. So I feel like shit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that helped me. Yeah,
I feel like, again, what we spoke about earlier, you missed out on those opportunities earlier in your career, where now it's like on the big stage is when you're going through that, the people are watching you for the first time. You know what I mean? You missed the silver gloves early on. You know what I mean? And going back and forth with your career like that, and now having that opportunity to get in front of the world. I know somebody that you sparred is Boots. You sparred him. Is that somebody that you'd be interested in fighting?
I mean, he had 54 now, but okay. I mean, if that shit, you know what I'm saying? If we cross paths and shit.
What did you learn about sharing the ring with him? And the second part of that question is, who did you feel like you've learned from most inspiring out of all the people that you've mentioned?
All right, I'm gonna answer the Boots first. I was getting ready for. This is when T.O. was fighting Claggett. Is that his name, Claggett? The dude from Spain, I think. Yeah. So, like 2 weeks before that fight, we took a trip to Philly, and Bozy had some good work down there. Like, they gym, like they get a lot of sparring and stuff there. So it was some people that was around my weight at 140 that I was getting some good work from. But it was a day where like I didn't have nobody to spar, and Boots didn't have nobody to spar. And then I was just like, shit, I'll spar his ass, you know what I'm saying? And Boots, Boots was big as shit at the time, you know what I mean? But I was already damn near fight weight. But I'm like, shit, I'll spar him, you know what I'm saying? Cause that was in that spot that I was at in my career, that's some good ass work that I could experience. And he 20 plus fights in, so I'm like, hell yeah, that's some good experience. Like I could close out camp with this shit, you feel me? So sparring, man, I think we did like 6 to 8 rounds, man, and it was like I learned a lot from that shit, you feel me? It was good ass work for sure, man. And it was like I was in the ring with somebody that was like fast as me, reflexes and everything was like it was there and shit. So I learned a lot from that shit, man. And I closed out my camp from that sparring, like. You know what I mean? And
that good.
And I ended up getting a knockout next week or like that, 2 weeks later. But as far as like who I learned most from, see, I want to say it's a couple people that I like that helped me a lot. In my journey, like a lot of my learning, learning was during my USA journey. Like you got to think, Keyshawn was my sparring partner. I learned a lot from working with him. I got a chance to spar Shakur a few times. So I learned a lot sparring him. I learned a lot sparring Duke. I learned a lot sparring Troy. I got a chance to spar Bud. And this is during like my Olympic journey. So I feel like my USA,
your USA run, you learned a lot.
Yeah, like, I feel like that's where I like learned the most at. Like that was like I learned the most at being in USA because I got sparring partners that's on the team with me. And I'm going overseas fighting 4-time Olympic gold medalists and you know what I mean, and fighting these other countries and stuff. So I'm getting hella experience, man. Like my teammates I'm learning from my teammates, and I'm going overseas gaining experience from that shit. You feel me? So my whole USA journey, man, like that played a big part in my experience.
And now you've changed the trajectory for the household, right? And your brother is also fighting, right?
My little brother, yeah.
And how has that been watching that journey? Knowing that you were there, you were the one that was there for him, and you ended up being that guiding light for him.
It's crazy, man, because it's like he a heavyweight now too, but like.
And how old is he?
He just turned 20. But for a long time, like I ain't gonna lie to you, I still look at it like I don't like want him to like want to box. But it's more so like kind of like a like if I had a son or whatever, and he wanted to box, and I was like, oh, hell no, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like that with my little brother. But like for a long time, I always felt like let me go through this shit so you don't, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to type of thing. Like let me get, you know what I'm saying, hitting my shit, you feel me? Like let me get punched on, you know what I'm saying? So where you ain't gotta go through this type of shit. You feel
let me take all the punches and walk through this road. Yeah.
So that's how I always kind of had like looked at it. But he can fight though, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that he want to do. So
sound like you're a big boy.
Yeah, so he
20 years old, heavyweight already.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And he athletic too, so he
and like you said, you were pretty much the big brother of the family. Now, knowing your big brother does have autism, is he able to enjoy the fights with you? Is that always like what's the moment like coming home victorious to your family?
Everybody always happy. You know what I mean? Whenever I came home after my fights, everybody's happy. You know what I mean? Yeah, like everybody's happy, man. It's a crazy feeling though, man, because it's like going from, I feel like my life like dramatically changed in just a switch. You know what I mean? Like 2016 was a crazy year, man. Like the moment I got invited to go to Colorado as a number 3, like that's like it's crazy because I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like who would have thought that was the
Kickstart.
Yeah, you feel me? Like it was just a dramatic. I got a gold medal, man, and literally my life just changed.
You've been on every since.
Yeah, like it was no going back. You know what I mean? Like I quit my job. Then when I was doing banquets and shit, and I got invited, I ain't even going to get my last check. I ain't even tell him I wasn't. I ain't even tell him I was coming. Like I just disappeared. I bounced.
Retired my jersey.
Like I left.
Facts.
It was no looking back, man. So
Thank God.
It's a crazy feeling, man. Like where it's like my life just. It wasn't like no gradually getting here. It just happened. Like and that one email changed everything, man. You know what I'm saying? My life, you gotta think, like before that email, my life was like I was fucked up. Like I was mentally gone. You know what I mean? I didn't know what was happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I was mentally checked out type of thing. Like I didn't graduate. I'm working this job that I fucking hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I say you didn't quit, right? You had every opportunity to quit. You got, from your upbringing, being poor, having an older brother that's autistic, right? Usually you feel obligated to stay at home and help, right? Like you got to be there, you got to do this. You got death.
Lost your coach.
That was there. You know what I mean?
Man,
Lose your coach.
I miss cousins. I have cousins and aunties and uncles died while I was
funerals.
Like while I was in camp or overseas. Like it was like
Yeah, you really had every opportunity to quit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You kept on going. So it is a story of overcoming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really is why you gravitate towards those movies, and they mean so much to you because you're looking at people that came from nothing and were able to achieve great things in life. And you could, as you walk through the journey, like High Life said, you know, it's theater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you put this into a script and sold this, people buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because of that upbringing, the kid from Cleveland.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And knowing that at any one of those stages, it could have been that split moment that you're no longer here, but you're still here. That alone is different. But do you feel now that you've been able to overcome all that? Because you walk out the ring and you're still the son. You're still a brother. Right? Do you feel responsible for carrying home? For guiding your brother?
I wouldn't say I feel responsible. I feel like I would say I just feel motivated. You know what I mean? Because I'm still, I mean, like, you know, I'm still not satisfied of what, was everything that's going on still. You know what I mean? Like,
Still got more work to do.
yeah, it's still a lot of work to be done, man. So I'm just mainly just motivated, man, just focused, man, locked in. You know what I mean? And like I just can't wait for the day I can like see my parents not stressed again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or feel like depressed. You gotta think like, man, when I come home, when I visit home sometimes and I visit my parents, they can be smiling like a motherfucker, man, but I literally see the
The struggle.
like they like life is kicking their ass. You know what I mean? I could see that in their face, man. And that shit, like, I hate seeing that shit, man. Like, especially seeing my mom. You know what I mean? Like, it be times where like I see my mom and like she'll just be sitting there and she'll just be telling how happy she is or proud of me and shit. You know what I mean? But it's like I can still see like, damn, man, like I hate seeing my parents like this, man. Or like my dad. Like I see my dad and I can just see the stress on his face, man. I just be like, damn, man, like I just can't wait until the day where it's like, man, they no longer got to feel that they don't got to go through that. You know what I mean? Yeah,
With everybody I ever meet or have a conversation with, I want to leave them with something, right? And I think that in this interview, we've said something that was extremely important. You said something that was extremely important, but I want you to look at it from a different lens when you walk away, right? The one place that I feel you could be the most lucky in life is betting or gambling, right? It's always just pure luck. And you mentioned how you just felt like you've always had bad luck. But the reason that Tiger Johnson is here today was literally from a machine, a slot machine.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or else Tiger Johnson is not here. Or else you don't have that passport.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know
a
what I
fact.
mean?
That's a fact, though.
So
man.
you really do have a series of good luck that's on your side. You just saw it as bad luck, but it's been good luck. It's just that through your journey, God has kind of been sitting there like, let me not give him too much too quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it came through that series of events that has happened, a series of fortunate events that has occurred to get you here today, to be able to get you that firework fight July 4th.
Hey.
And be able to propel your career in 5 years from now or in the future. When people watch this interview, what do you want them to know the most about Tiger Johnson? What do you want them to learn from this interview?
Shit, I mean, like, I work hard, man. You know, I like, you got my whole life, man. I beat the odds. You know what I mean? And like, anything is possible, man. Like, you gotta think, like,
The world is yours.
yeah, man. Like sometimes, man. Like, I go back and just look at that scene of the blimp in the Scarface movie, like, and I just kind of like. Sometimes, like, sometimes I like to visualize the future. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already a world champion. I accomplished a lot of things and whatever, and like, you know, and I kind of like just try to manifest and stuff like that. So like 5 years from now, man, like I want people to look at this interview as like motivation and like a lesson. You know what I mean? Because like, I mean, it's people that's going through the shit that I explained. You know what I mean? So hopefully when they see this interview, I helped them. You know what I mean?
You kept going.
Yeah, you know, I just never gave up, man. I kept going, and I did what I said I was gonna do.
And if you could go back and talk to your younger self before you get that email, what is the advice you would give your younger self?
Probably shit. Probably
What's the one thing that you feel
for
like
a
you're-
minute, I'd probably just give myself a hug. You know what I mean? I'd probably just like, I probably wouldn't really say nothing. I'd just give myself a hug. You know what I mean? Like,
You gonna do it, Jit.
yeah, and just keep it moving. You know what I mean? Like, basically, like, just give myself a hug and just be like, you gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Just keep it moving. You feel me?
Yeah. Deep.
I like that. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Deep. Well, Tiger.
Cause I be seeing kids. Oh, I ain't even cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But no, like, I be seeing kids doing fundraisers and stuff, and then like that shit like kind of like hit home for me sometimes, and I donate every time, man. Like it might be like a basketball or football team,
Yeah.
and you know they be like trying to hustle for their games and their tournaments.
That
and,
kid in front
and
of
that
the
shit
store.
and that shit be
Yep.
hitting home. I be like, damn.
They
You know
always
what I mean?
outside
And
of Publix.
I always like donate. Like I don't even want the candy, man. Just you know what I'm saying. Here's $5, man. You know what I mean. And then I always like make sure I just give them like a a positive message. You know what I mean. Just keep going, man. Just stay focused. You know, whatever it is you're gonna be in life, man. Like just focus, man, and don't look outside the goal. You know what I mean? Like just focus on the goal and just keep it moving. You know what I mean? Just stay strong. So
yeah, that's great advice. You know what I mean? Just to be able to look back. You know what you've done in your life. You know who you are, and you know where you're headed. You know what I mean? You got a really bright future ahead of you. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Facts.
I know we're gonna have more sit down conversations.
Yes.
Let's finish the job July 4th because that's super important. You know what I mean? Go finish that job. And I could just tell, man. And I know, by the way, when you said I buy the candy, I don't need it. You know, I wouldn't either because this motherfucker be talking about what the fuck are you eating? You know what I'm saying? Like I try to eat as clean as possible.
Yeah.
But again, best of luck, July 4th. I appreciate you for coming through. This has been a phenomenal interview. I want to leave it right there when you said you got to give your former self a hug. That's a big moment right there. But yeah, high life.
Yes.
Sign us off, my brother.